Friend, where are you? Found you hiding here in the near clear blue.
He's been cited by Forbes, The Wall Street Journal, Benny Johnson, Timcast, Dr. Jordan B. Peterson, and even the United States government.
Hey, the Pro Show is on.
Awesome! Let's turn it on.
Guys? Where'd you go?
Morty, let's check in on Rian Johnson's new trilogy.
Okay. I bypassed the compressor.
What did you do, Ray?
Son of a... That's gonna leave a mark.
Now, he was okay, after 6-7 weeks. Okay? They get over it. Kids are resilient like that.
Yeah. I hate it.
It's the standard, what would George do?
I don't want you here.
So sorry, George. I didn't think it would go like this.
Fly, you fools.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Weird.
Stay away from liquor, kids.
I have always liked Cowabunga.
Now that's more like it, Mr. Wayne.
It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
The Force will be with you. Always.
That's how winning is done.
I am vengeance. I am the night.
That's what she said.
I am Batman.
If I won tonight, I would come home and we'd celebrate. Well, I'm coming home, we're celebrating. God bless you all.
Watch your habits, for they become your character. And watch your character, for it becomes your destiny. What we think, we become.
It's scooping time.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, in just 2 minutes, the lighting at the Magic Kingdom will dim for the performance of the Pro Show. We hope you enjoy and have a magical, truthful time. For the safety of others, please, no flash photography. And welcome to ProVision 3D.
All right, everyone, put on your opera glasses. I'm going.
Keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
You know that you've been taught the golden rule, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you.
Yes, Paul.
Autobots, roll out.
I'm bringing the party to you.
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money.
Fortune and glory, kid. Fortune and glory.
Chicken jockey.
All right, it's time to go to school, son. Come on, get your hands up, man.
Are you okay?
They'll never take our freedom.
From the redwoods of California to the hills of Tennessee to the Rockies in the Sunshine State and Maine with that bright and shining sea. From coast to coast in North America, it's time for your host with the most, bringing you all the entertainment news that should be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the WDW Pro Show!
You know, Jonas, in the intro, it says from California to the hills of Tennessee. Might have been prescience when we wrote that line.
I know exactly where you're going with that one, man. It's a Paramount idea. That one right there.
Yeah, get ready, folks, because we've got breaking news today about it. We're excited to bring it to you. And Jonas, you look stunning as ever, sir.
Oh well, thank you. I did my herd today, and it's unbelievable.
I get it. Oh God, and it's a WNBA day today, Jonas. What are you doing to me? Yeah, I went to the barber too, Jonas. I got a little haircut back here. The cap's not coming off right now, but yeah, I'm looking spiffy. I hope a little bit more spiff in the step.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who wear the ball caps online because they don't want to talk about whether they got the hair, and well, you can tell with you actually do have the hair. So
I got the hair, baby. I'm like John Stamos. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Jonas, though, you are in for a treat today, as is the audience, folks. We've got about 300 of you joining us right now. We're so excited to have each and every person here. It's a pleasure as ever that you're joining us as we stream to you from somewhere sunny USA. Studio glistening because you're listening to what we have to say. Jonas, we've got a panel of excellence. We're ready to put them on the screen. But before we do, sir, I think you and I both know what day it is.
It's not Hump Day.
Hump Day.
It is Taco Tuesday.
Did you get the green room ready? Have our guests been dining on the finest of rabbit chicken tacos?
I was told Verde, but yes, the green room is ready.
But for me, it was Tuesday.
Let's take extra care to follow the instructions or you'll be put to sleep. And don't forget Taco Tuesday's coming next week. That's the day every rule-following citizen gets a free taco and my love.
All right, Jonas Joy Campbell, bring on the esteemed panelists, please.
I thought you were going to bring them in then. First of all, we got my good friend and compatriot, don't hold that against him, Mr. Marvin Montanero.
What's going on, folks? Good to be back on the Pro Show. Very, very excited. It's an exciting day. A lot of Paramount stuff going on. So, and you know me, I follow this thing religiously. It's my favorite story going on right now.
We need to give you credit, Marv. This is breaking news. Nobody basically covering this yet except for Puck and for us. And that's because you brought this to our attention this morning and said, hey, guys, the board is reportedly approving of this. And so that got us on the move to say, wow, this is happening.
Yeah, we actually beat Variety to the punch on this one because Variety's talking about it now. But yeah.
Yeah, which means that other people are going to catch on in the next hour or so. But I think we're ahead of the curve because of you, Marvin. I want to thank you for that.
Well, thank you very much.
You know what else is amazing? Carol Brown. Oh, the button slipped.
You should hit
Carol
the button.
Brown.
That's more like it.
Hello.
Hello, Caro.
I am not as exciting as breaking news, but I'm happy to be here.
You know what? Get her out of here for a minute. Hang on a second. We're going to fix this. Caro has come in with a self-esteem issue, and we mean to solve this. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I know you all love Caro, and, well, how about this? How about, let's fix it. Now, you are the breaking news. You are the breaking news.
Thank you. So good to be here. I hope you guys are doing well.
Good to have you, Caro. Good to have you.
And finally, we need to bring in someone because we are currently criticless on this panel, and he's not a critic. But if you want to examine things scientifically, that being bro-scientifically, you got to have Blaine Andrews.
Hey,
hey, what's going on, guys? Yeah, I don't know how I compete with Caro's intro. I mean, that thing, like, come on, breaking news with Caro. Like,
okay,
it's all in my attempt to not be a lizard person.
Here we go, folks. We're lifting up everybody's morale today.
Oh,
guys, keep this up.
You're an exclusive.
That's
right. Man.
You guys keep this up. We're going to run out of interstitial animations. I just want you to know.
I got to stream with Blaine just last night. We reviewed Karate Kid Part 2 without Jonas.
The greatest film of all time. Yes.
So good.
It's really good. And the thing is, I was kind of devastated because Jonas has been shilling Karate Kid 2 for over a year.
Boy, has he.
It is
for
such
more than that.
Yeah.
Every show.
Yeah.
All I have to say is when your children get sick and also you have work to do, And also there's family obligations. Like it was a confluence.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had some what's the name of the lady with the pea soup? Yeah. Anyways.
Pea soup.
The biggest thing for me that I noticed when I watched Karate Kid 2 though, Jonas, watching Cobra Kai makes Karate Kid 2 so much better than it already was.
And that makes me actually want to finish Cobra Kai then. I mean, Karate Kid Part 2 is, if the first one's about Daniel, and Daniel's kind of interesting, second one's about Miyagi, there's some real acting going on in Karate Kid Part 2. The whole thing about the scene where he's sitting there talking about his dad dying and what he could do, just to be there with his dad. And then it pans over to this amazing sunset, which it was not shot in Okinawa, as Conan O'Brien would have you guys know, over to this amazing shot. Like, it's real filmmaking. It's not franchise slop. It's real filmmaking. And it happens to be, in the middle of this thing that Sony just treats as, oh, where are we going to do another one of them Karate Kids?
This is what Jonas does to a show. We've got breaking news. We got to talk about Paramount. What is Jonas doing? Karate Kid 2 and Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Priorities,
single show. Every single show.
Listen, he's about business. He knows the things that are important, and clearly it's Karate Kid 2.
You got to return to what's important. Basics of life. Breathe, Daniel-san.
Speaking of Mr. Business, Jonas, if you don't get to the super chats, we're gonna hit with the Craggle. So could we go there, please?
It's true. No, I am dead to you. Kalioth for $5. This is no ordinary 8 years of practice on that Sato voice. Kalioth for $5. This is no ordinary Tuesday today. YouTube wants Mo Money. Porky Pig wants pew pew pew. That's all, folks. And M Bison is only Raul Julia. Man, Raul Julia, what an actor.
I like the idea of Porky playing that girl who does the pew 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 thing for us. Pew pew pew, sign me up. I love the idea of Porky be like, pew pew pew, sign me up.
Man, that Porky affectation it's difficult. You hear the guy Eric Bergen go through how to do it. It's complicated.
There's something funnier than a speech impediment.
Yeah. Texas 84 gifted 5.
All right. God dang it, Texas 84, thank you for those memberships.
God dang it, from the bottom of our hearts here on the WDW Pro Channel, thank you.
Donka. Burnout for $5. Predictions on how Nolan's Odyssey will do in China. Pre-sales and word of mouth are good, even with Paige and Lupita. Why do international audiences like it?
Spectacle. They like a spectacle. They like Michael Bay. They like The Lion King and CGI. They like a spectacle. That's what this is about. That's what Christopher Nolan is up to here. And I think the Odyssey. Here's the shame for the Odyssey. It's going to make $1.2 billion, right? So good for it. And yet nobody's talking about it. We're not talking about it. Why are we not talking about it? Because Spider-Man swung in and is about to be the biggest movie of all time.
I forgot
Maybe.
about it.
Yeah.
Man. Mushroom Madam gifted a corgi for 1,000 jewels.
What else are you going to bring to a show other than a corgi?
But yeah, and corgis are portable animals, so that's very convenient. Let's see. Nope, that's the wrong one. Teddy D gifted 50 WDW Pro memberships.
Hey, Jonas.
Yeah,
you mispronounced it.
Teddy D, Mushroom Madam.
No, Teddy D. That's not it.
Oh, Teddy D.
Teddy D.
Every time a membership is gifted, a content creator gets his wings.
Is that gendered language?
We're not at Magic Kingdom, Dad.
Oh, here we go. It's time to party. It's time to live it up.
I want to hear it.
Not right now.
Yes, now, Dusty Bun.
Wait. Okay.
You're the one who's out of this world, sweet baby. You're the one who's out of this world.
That's right. Fitty D is his name, and don't forget it, Jonas J.
I had my order messed up here as well. Thank you very much, Fitty D. Mark Fields for $5. Positive vibes to a wonderful panel, beautiful chat, and awesome mods.
And happy belated birthday to you, Mark Fields.
Happy birthday again.
Let's go.
It was last week. Great birthday.
Yeah.
Sorry you didn't get the cake.
Juliet for £5. Evening WDW Pro Panel and Pro Rights.
And good evening to you. Now, Jonas, I know the super chats are waiting, but we have breaking news, so let's get the gifted memberships, and then the rest of the super chats will get on the other side of the first story.
All right, let's see here. Jay-Z gifted 5 WDW Pro memberships.
Did you just call him Jay-Z?
I think he
J7.
did.
He did.
What are you?
Yeah, sorry. I know after
How dare you?
That was anyways.
Jonas.
Sorry, J7.
The letter of the day? You missed the...
The letter of the day is J. Oh, J. Yeah.
If I got any of the letters, it was definitely the letter of the day. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
For that, you must watch Highlander with Lorne. You have to sit beside him and listen to his moans and groans.
I got news for you. I don't hate Highlander. So
You'll hate it with Lorne.
Oh.
Let's see. What else?
You'll
do we
hate
got
all
here?
Lauren's griping.
And I just have to say, because I missed it earlier, DMC Core member for 31. Join with me now on this 48th year of existence.
Hey, what a joy it is to ride alongside you around the sun one more time. It's a happy carousel because you're here with us, DMC.
Happy birthday!
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to launch. We got a heck of a story. Marv was all over it, and you won't hear this almost anywhere else just quite yet. Paramount getting ready to take Warner Brothers and go somewhere else. The California exodus is happening. It's breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. David Ellison is reportedly ready to get out of California, and this could be the collapse the Golden State has been waiting for to find out how does Hollywood go down. It's been a century of Hollywood, but Hollyweird may have finally stepped too far. Marvin Montanaro, the author here. Marvin's on the panel with us. He'll walk us through in just a second, but it says David Ellison reportedly sets October 1st deadline to move Paramount out of California over the Warner Brothers lawsuit. California is the only place left, along with 11 other super blue states, that is causing them a problem. The UK has approved it. The EU has approved it. The United States has approved it. How in the world is that going to work for the United States to approve it and a state not? We don't know, but David Ellison has had enough. And if Paramount, Skydance, Warner Brothers leaves California over the politics, then guess what? Guess what? Other studios may not be far behind, even if they agree politically with California. It says the escalating battle over Paramount Skydance's proposed acquisition of Warner Brothers Discovery may now threaten something much larger than the merger itself. Hollywood's century-old position as the center of the American entertainment industry. Paramount CEO David Ellison has reportedly told his top executives that he's prepared to move the company out of California if the state's Attorney General Rob Bonta refuses to negotiate a settlement in a lawsuit seeking to block Paramount's roughly $110 billion acquisition of WBD. So California, it's on you now. You got a month and a half to fix this. According to a bombshell new report from Puck, P-U-C-K, Matthew Bellany, Ellison has put a date on it. It's October 1st. Time is ticking. Bellany reports that Ellison recently gathered Paramount's 12-member executive leadership team, sometimes called the board, not the Borg, for a meeting on the Paramount lot where the CEO laid out what could become one of the most consequential corporate relocations in Hollywood history. According to two people, Bellany says have direct knowledge of the meeting. Ellison told the executives that Paramount Skydance would relocate to Tennessee, Texas, Georgia, or potentially another state if Bonta does not come to the negotiating table. Now, we believe here that Tennessee is by far the leading contender, and it's for a reason that most people would not connect the dots here. Marv, what other company just so happens to be in the state of Tennessee?
Well, Oracle picked up and moved out of California and first moved to Texas and then to Tennessee. Oracle is now headquartered in Tennessee, and Oracle is the company that is owned by David Ellison's father, Larry Ellison.
That's right. We've also got the situation where XAI, the Colossus supercomputer, is in Tennessee. So there may be a deal here where they can get some computing power as we go into the age of AI with special effects as opposed to CGI. And this is a heck of a thing. I mean, Bugs Bunny leaving California, going to probably Nashville. Now, other places we've heard, Austin, Texas. I really don't think they're going to go to Georgia. I could be wrong, but I don't suspect that's what they're going to do because they would have to negotiate with Atlanta. and Atlanta will be just as hostile to them as California, perhaps. We had heard New Jersey. Looks like New Jersey is out. So it seems to me now that way, way ahead of this is Tennessee and Texas. And I don't think Texas is as close on the Tennessee mark here, just because if they already went to Texas once and then moved their company, why would they do that again?
Right. And so the meeting that was just had, Pro, was with the leadership executive team, not with the board. The board meeting had already happened.
Okay.
The board has already approved it. So now the interesting thing about this is the October 1st deadline, because what is October 1st? Why is that date significant? October 1st is the day that Paramount has to start paying Warner Brothers $7 million a day for every day that this does not close. So, and so apparently he's saying if that October 1st deadline hits and they have not come to the table to negotiate in good faith with him, he is moving them win, lose, or draw.
And
This is a line in the sand, because he sent the state of California a proposal with 12 concessions that he was willing to make that would bring this more in line. He has also now, this very week, put in writing with Regal and AMC Cinemas a commitment to 30 films a year, which directly resolves the main point of contention in this lawsuit. Financial ramifications paid out to the theaters if he does not hit 30 films a year. And apparently Bonta did not even respond to the concessions. He did not even respond and come to negotiate. So it's all in bad faith at this point when it comes to what it's 12 blue states attorney generals, and the business proceedings were halted and the hold put on everything by a Biden appointed judge, all according to what David Ellison has accused, is wrapped up in the fact that CNN, it's all about CNN. He said it's not.
They're about to send CNN to Tennessee, one of the most conservative states in the country. Holy moly. I mean, it wouldn't literally, but, the ownership would be there.
So they're drawing this out because they want to, basically like make them pay an arm and a leg. But if they move out of California, then the state of California is going to have a far bigger financial penalty than the Ellisons are going to have.
Well, here's the thing, too. They wouldn't sell the property, right? The property would still be there, but the headquarters would move. And I don't know.
He is now talking. He's saying he might sell both the Paramount and Warner Brothers lots.
Holy moly! We're talking about century-old legacy lots sold and move the whole thing to.
He's talked about it in the past that he would be willing to sell the lots if they relocated. They would keep some of their creative stuff going on in California, specifically because it would just be so hard to move away from the creative center of Hollywood. But all business operations would be moved out of the state, and apparently these lots have a valuation of like billions. So he could make back all the money that he has to spend to keep the deal going past October 1st by selling off those lots.
And he can probably buy like quadruple the land. Well, I don't know. California is working very hard at devaluing their real estate right now, but
So just throwing in here that obviously there's other studios involved here. Paramount is the overlying company. Obviously Skydance itself, I don't know, is Skydance incorporated it probably incorporated in Delaware, but their headquarters might be in California. But you look at Nickelodeon, CBS, CNN is probably mostly centered around New York, but there's a list of brands underneath them before you even get to CNN is Warner Brothers, but before you even get to Warner Brothers and Discovery. So this is so many studios that would be looking to exit the state when California is already kind of turning into Detroit anyways. There's really the implications of this, because he wanted to give some people that he views as right-leaning a hard time. It's so short-sighted, much like, well, I won't make the comment that I want to make about short-sighted policies here, but people who want more government control over everything are generally short-sighted.
Well, so now 2 other things to point out here. One, Ellison has said that moving out of California will give them about $500 million in tax savings a year.
Good Lord.
So not only that, but in the 12 concessions that he presented to California, one of them was, we will not move out of California and we will not sell the lots.
This would largely bust up the unions too.
Oh yeah.
Because if they leave California, they're not going to be sitting there under the rule of a lot of these unions that have all of their force sitting there in Burbank. Okay, so if they leave California, then I'm assuming that the judges in the courts in California can't do anything. Then they're just gone. They just go somewhere else and buy Warner Brothers and say we're out of here, right?
Yeah, I think so. That
So-
would be my guess. And if they're looking for a place for Nickelodeon, by the way, there's an empty building at Universal here in Orlando that I think would be a perfect fit.
There you go. I've heard it once upon a time had slime. Yeah. By the way, Newsom has come out and is expressing concern because I think he sees this is a no-win. And for folks who don't understand, what we're talking about today is essentially the announcement. I mean, when you look at Paramount, Skydance, Warner Brothers, Discovery, CNN, all of these companies would leave the state of California October 1st. The news that we are talking about right now would be on par with if we said, hey, breaking today, the Walt Disney Company has announced they will leave California for North Carolina in 1 month if blah, 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 blah. This company is that kind of size. I mean, we are talking about the total evaporation of Hollywood's throne as the center of entertainment if that goes down. There's no guarantee that other studios wouldn't also say, we're going with Paramount, Skydance, Warner Brothers.
And Ellison has laid out a full 5-year relocation plan already. Like they are ready to move on this. So basically, if October 1st hits and this happens, the executive team is moving first. All executive operations will be moved to the new location first, and then slowly over the next 5 years, they will be out of Hollywood.
Carol, here's the other fascinating part of this. There's no guarantee they stay, period. So like, even if California approves this now, they have caused such a stink to the Ellisons that the Ellisons may say next year, well, you approved it. We still don't want to be here. We're still gone. So we have reached a point now where this divorce is at the edge of happening in California.
I think it's just inevitable. I mean, as somebody who lives in Texas, there's a lot of businesses in California that are moving here for various different reasons. But this whole story kind of makes me think about like that situation that happened over with Blizzard, because I don't know if you guys know about it, but after the milking room incident over at Blizzard, the state got involved with Blizzard and basically told them to do a whole bunch of things that kind of wokeified the company, where they had to hire new women and they had to include this stuff in their content. And the only thing I could think of when I was coming across that story is that California really just wants to get its claws in every business and make them run how they want instead of doing what businesses do, which is make money, or what they're supposed to do. And I think anybody who's savvy in a business sense is going to be like, we're not making money here, and they're going to want to move. So I think it's just an exodus, and it doesn't really help that California really is like turning into like a slush pile at this point.
It is, it really is. Blaine, your thoughts on what we're seeing in California right now and what this means for Hollywood for the next, honestly, 50 years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm shocked that this hasn't happened already, to be completely honest. Like, this seems like one of those things that was inevitable. That, like with this whole mass exodus thing, people have been leaving California for years now. Since all of the COVID stuff started brewing was really when it ramped up. But it's like, it seems like a lose-lose. And we've heard reports for a long time also of a lot of these lots and stuff sitting empty and not being used, and because of the fact of how expensive it is to film anything there, to operate there. It is just not a net positive for any of these companies to remain. Mm-hmm. And either way, I think that this is the scare that California needs. Granted, I think it would be better to kind of distribute these companies elsewhere at this point, because it is going to take a long time to fix how broken California is. So I think, like you were mentioning, I would not be surprised to see Paramount do this eventually, or all of these other companies as well do this at some point anyways, because unless California gets their crap together, and it's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah, I'm looking at the stats right now. A proposed combined Paramount, Skydance, Warner Brothers entity would be something like $12.3 billion in direct, indirect, and induced production activity nationally. But you got to think that a lot of that would be in the state of California. So that leaves California. Tens of billions of dollars leaves California, leaves Hollywood, and is never, ever coming back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is that a lot of people that were voting for and okay with a lot of the things happening in that state are still wanting to leave, and because they can't film there. It's not practical for them. The budgets for these films literally can't withstand or withhold like what it costs to film there, and so it doesn't make sense to do anything in California at this point.
I tell you what, over in Tennessee, Dolly Parton will be waiting at the state line with a thing of cinnamon bread for them. Like they are gonna, they will have such like, they will be so welcoming. Tennessee is welcoming to anyone that shows up, let alone someone bringing in billions of dollars into their state economy.
It's absolutely insane what California is doing, folks. You tell us. Do you think this goes through? The time is ticking. The sand's slipping away on California. Only about a month and a half for them to decide whether they want to play nice, and even then, there is no guarantee whatsoever that the Ellisons will stay in the Golden State. Jonas, have you heard about this this whole AOC? She doesn't believe in woke anymore. Woke 1.0 was crazy, all that. Have you heard about this?
No. Is that like when they say the party's over for me, the after party is starting?
It's something like that. Something like that. The Washington Examiner is talking about what's going down with AOC, and we're getting ready for the midterms, and so she's going to make a presidential pivot. Of course, she's freezing her eggs, as everybody does when they get ready to run for POTUS. And the Washington Examiner is calling her out because she's trying to pivot away from woke. And Byron York says you can't erase woke. You can't erase it. Okay, but we're going to come back to this story in just in a few, because they're trying to reconfigure, right? They don't want you to know what woke is, or that they believed in it, or what it was about, defund the police, and all that kind of stuff, Jonas. So they're trying to rebrand woke. You think that's going to work?
No, because unlike them, society actually has a longer memory than they realize.
And not to mention the DSA is out there, doubling down on woke 1.0 or whatever it was.
Yeah, I remember back in the defund the police days when somebody tried to tell me, well, it doesn't really mean defund the police. It means this, that, and the other. So you say there's nuance to it. So you're saying that one side is entitled to nuance and the other one is not. So this is the problem here.
I don't know. I think there's a way.
I had a defund the police friend, and I started asking him questions, and I'm basically like, okay, so then what happens if like these guys like break into your house to try to steal all your stuff? And he's like, well, we need like something in place to like do that. And I said, okay, well, what if then they want to spray paint on the side of your house? And he was just like, well, we need something for that too. And eventually we got to the point where there were just police again.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Carol, you've got a mute on StreamYard there.
What about now?
Yes, Carol, I think though you're set up for the incorrect mic. It sounds like you're speaking into maybe your desktop mic instead of the mic that is so nice with the flashy lights and all that. She's working on it. Well, while she works on it, ladies and gentlemen, how about this, Jonas? I think that New Woke has a chance. Let's see what their plan is. You ready?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
New woke is so much better than classic woke. It's all the flavor, but now with more communism. New woke, new soda, new future.
Grab one today and taste the revolution.
New woke. And remember, there's also Woke Zero, in case you need to slip socialism into your next family event.
I think there's a chance.
I think it's a fantastic thing that nature gave us these signals for toxic things out there. Brightly colored things are generally not good for you to consume or eat or be around. Those are not the things that you want to be eating generally if you come across them.
That's why I think parrots are so much smarter than chickens.
Well, yes, if you look into the eyes of a chicken,
The parrots figured out, man, if I'm brightly colored, maybe they won't eat me. The chickens, on the other hand, man, they're just dull. Carol, we working yet on this thing?
I don't know. Does it work?
Hey, your radio quality again, Carol.
Oh, wonderful. I was going to say, if you keep talking about chickens, Lauren's going to show up.
Yes, he will show up and look into the eyes of a chicken. That's the wrong accent. Jonas with the right accent. How about we get the super chats up on the screen, sir?
All right. Spam Jelly sends in 2 jewels and it sparkles.
Which is better than spam. Yeah. I hope we can't buy spam with jewels.
Yep. Just a Dutchie member for 14 months. Wow. Evening, lovely pro-Ritos and pro-Ritas. A dad joke for my fellow bookies. I'm reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down. Thank you very much, Just a Dutchie. She'll be here all night, folks. J7 for 5. I know I always say I'm working, and I am, but you help me pull through it. I have some memberships. Thank you very much for those memberships, J7.
Thank you, Jay. And just know it's an honor to be wherever you are working each day. We've done that same thing. We've listened to some of our favorite shows while we've been doing work, and sometimes we still do that to this day. So wherever we get to be in this world with you, it's an honor. It's a pleasure. Thank you for inviting us in.
Yep.
Just think, we're in somebody's pocket right now.
Ooh.
We're also with somebody while they're pooping.
No,
Shut up, you.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do to us?
Probably multiple people.
I mean,
oh, great. Now it's in my head.
One of the things I said when I started writing novels was I was just like, being a Carol can attest to this. Being an author is one day realizing that someone is consuming your content while on the toilet.
That's a recipe for what do you call those things that people can get if they sit too long? Never mind.
Super chats. Super chats.
Yeah. Juliet says for 550 joules, stay hydrated. And then for 100 joules, high five.
That's right. Stay hydrated and get a high five if you don't get hemorrhoids today from reading your favorite novel for hours on the potty.
Yeah, don't give me a high five if you're on the toilet though. Kaylee for $2. Actually, as a father, sometimes there are toilet high fives. I do have to admit, sometimes you gotta. Yep, good job there. That's
this show sponsored to you by Germex.
Yeah. Kaylee $2. New rule: Jonas must follow the Caro 8-second rule. What is the 8-second rule?
You don't know the 8-second rule?
I thought it was the songs need to be labeled as 8 seconds.
Even if they're 10.
This is my Carol song. It is 8 seconds long.
I was going to say my 8-second rule is when I tell you while I'm leaving, and then 8 seconds later, I'm gone.
That's perfect. 28.
Aaron and I share a love of the Irish goodbye. We discovered that at SEG when we were just kind of like, let's just do the Irish goodbye. I'm like, yes, that's what I love to do. Just vanished as mysteriously as we arrived.
Yeah. Member for 13. Has anyone rode Fury 325 at Carowinds? I did. I imagine Blade.
Yes. Yeah. I just rode it recently. We did a meetup at Carowinds when Jay, Drunk 3PO, came up here, and we had a bunch of people and we rode it. It is awesome. I think it's considered like a giga coaster or something. It's insanely fast. It's super, super cool ride, but I think it recently had some issues or something again. I don't know. So
something about that going so high, people can't get oxygen. I don't know.
Right. That's it.
What a problem to have.
Well, the thing about that is only the Chads can ride the giga coasters. Vash and I were having this theory about some of these amazing coasters, like the top, the highest and the fastest and the longest coasters. Like all 5 of the top ones globally went down at the same time. We're like, are we reaching an engineering peak here? What's the problem? So. Richard Frizzle for $2. Glory of Love from KK2 was our first wedding dance. Well, you were the man who would fight for her honor, so that's fitting. Wolfle McGruffle III for $5.02. I may have barely gotten any sleep, but I'm not delirious. I'm Wolfle.
Nay, you're just fine. You're just getting started, crime dog. Keep it going.
And Delirious was a good John Candy movie. Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle for $5. Good day, all. Just got on, and apparently this is the speech impediment show. All I have to say is Wee Wee's Roderick.
Wee Wee's Rocket. Is that it? No, the Roderick.
Release the locket. Release the locket.
I thought you were saying like We Was Samurais. So.
He doesn't know Fievel.
Stop it. Get some help.
Were there rockets in Fievel? I thought those were said in.
It's a kid-friendly way of saying missiles.
It wasn't until 5 goes west.
Yeah.
That was a good one anyways. Yeah.
We're a duo.
Just
a duo.
For 10 joules, sends in a gold coin. Thank you very much for the gold coin. That's great. Albertus Magnus for 5. Gavin is marshaling his Transformer army to build a California wall to prevent Paramount from leaving. After all, it worked for Berlin, right?
What's that? Hang on a second. Lauren says we have surveillance of the California Transformer army right now.
The crab people shall finally reign supreme. Crab people, crab people.
You know, as your local lizard person, I can't allow that. I will take care of that right away.
Well, as your local buffet enjoyer, I can also not allow that. We will destroy the crabs together.
Yep. Justin Moore for 2. If they move to Texas, the ideology will move with them. Yeah, that's a thing. Long Rua for 50,000 didgeridoos. The late and great Sam Neill last on-screen appearance will be the Zelda movie. Sony is pulling out all the stops for this movie, especially after Brand New Day. Cast list so far is looking pretty good.
I would say so. And I'll be there. I hate that it's the last appearance by Sam Neill, but I hope it's a great one.
Whatever the good feelings we get from the Zelda movie, like the opposite is happening with the casting from the Harry Potter one with that lady with Bell's palsy saying she doesn't want to like have anything to do with J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
I'm not touching that.
Thank you.
Once you said Bell's palsy, I said, pros out, no comment, it's done.
I had Bell's palsy as a kid.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, from a tick bite.
Are you playing Petunia Dursley?
No, I'm not.
No, well, I mean, then you don't have.
I got through to callbacks, but they got me.
Eudite for $5. Too bad New Mexico's not on the list. If Bugs Bunny went to Albuquerque, that would be tremendous. This made the wrong turn on the way there. Love it.
Somebody said in the chat that it would actually, like, if all the studios moved to Tennessee, like, it would give a whole new meaning to the term Dollywood.
Good.
Wow. That's great. Snarky D, Snarky the Stinky Fudgedora for 5. This is a great strategic threat. California is in deep trouble.
Deep doo-doo, as they say, Mr. Snark.
Yeah. Archer Merchant for $2. Bonta possibly about to be fired / join Fauci. Oh man, what a peach of a person that Fauci is. The more I hear about him, the more my opinions are solidified.
Yeah, I'd like to cover him in puppy chow with very hungry beagles and see how that goes.
I think he would just get licked by those harmless beagles as opposed to what
maybe
he
some
did.
Rottweilers.
Yeah.
I know some pigs.
Yeah, you know what? He seems like more of a pit bull man to me. DL Racer
some pigs?
5. Snout's trailer on Kickstarter added in the link below your X post of this live stream just now. Thank you very much, team.
There you go. Well, we've been trying to get that up there. Let me see if I can get that link real quick. And Jonas, continue on the super chats, but I'll see if I can grab that.
All right.
And put that on the screen.
Alberta's Magnus for 5. Paramount is not leaving. It's being driven out. Very good point. Without computer technology companies, California would already be bankrupt. You know, actually, without computer technology companies, I think that they would be forced to make better movies. But that's a completely different tangent, isn't it? You're right, Albertus Magnus. Silicon Valley saves them quite a bit. There was a Silicon Prairie if you watched Halt and Catch Fire. Archer Merchant for $2. Also wouldn't be surprised if Newsom comes in now. Newsom already starting to chat this up. I think that Newsom is smarter than Bonta, which is saying something. Galioth for 5. Lauren suggests Lou for help on the union impacts. I truly wonder what that means for the money they have since the studio ceased operations entirely. Yeah, Lou probably could comment on some of that. He does know how the industry works.
That's right.
A good panelist to talk about.
I have a suspicion tomorrow night we'll be doing just that with Lou, talking about what this would do to Hollywood in all kinds of ways.
Yeah. Juliet for 1,000 jewels sends in a corgi. Portable, they are.
And you can't buy a beagle, you can't buy a Rottweiler, but you can buy a corgi with those jewels.
Usually they have the jewels removed, though, unless you're breeding it. Lord Matawig for $2. As a citizen of California, I will miss Paramount. You know, Paramount is a legendary studio for a reason. It's just been horribly mismanaged in the last few years. So,
yeah, they're gonna have to remove that Nickelodeon time capsule again.
Yeah,
the 4th time.
I love that. That's the highest thing, Marv's with the.
I just want to know if the MC Hammer CDs and the Game Boy are still in good condition.
Can we please hide that in like Alaska and just leave it there so we don't have to keep moving it somewhere secure?
It went from Orlando to another location in Orlando to California. Now it'll go to maybe Tennessee. Like, come on.
No, Alaska. Let's just dump it in Alaska and be like, we're coming back for this later.
George Watts gifted 10 jewels and a happy poop. Thank you very much, George Watts. Carl Anderson for 5. I heard that it was recently revealed that Blizzard's scandal wasn't entirely true. Yes, that is true.
You can actually remove the word entirely. We're finding out that even the California courts, we talked about this yesterday in a video, even the California crazy courts could not substantiate one single thing that Jason Schreier reported. They could not substantiate one, not a jot, not a comma, nothing that Jason Schreier reported on could be discovered as true by the California courts.
But he wants you to be of a certain intelligence level before you comment on his reporting.
Yes.
Anyways, to finish the super chat, that California government was part of it. No idea if it's true, though. It seems that it's true that it wasn't true. Archer Merchant for $2. AOC realizing campaigning Piker/DSA was a mistake. Man, Rolling Stone is sticking in there with the on Piker stuff.
Go Rolling Stone. You guys always get it right.
Yep.
They just gave him like a cover story, didn't they?
Yep. Him and that one guy from Boston. Not from Boston, but infamous for Boston. 280Z Bear for $2. New woke pronouns, they, them. Yeah.
Oppression getting you down. New woke is so much better than classic woke.
Yep. Long Rua for 200 jewels. Jammin'.
We be jamming, man.
I hope you like German too. The first Dragon Queen for $5. You release new woke. We'll release new Wilton. Only fair. Hugs for all. Are you siding with Wilton in this?
Wilton with wings.
No, we don't need a new Wilton.
Wings for Wilton. It's time to start the
I do.
tweet again.
You know, he has a game out that apparently you can beat the game without getting anywhere near a high score. So
Marv, you tried the game, is that right?
I tried it, and
is it even playable?
So I mean, like in typical Wilton fashion, like it doesn't explain the controls to you, so you have to just kind of like figure it out. So like you die like 8 times immediately. I still don't really know how to play it, but on Thursday night, I've decided that we're gonna do a super chat goal for me to stream the Wilton game. Thursday
does he get wings?
He does not get wings.
Oh.
He runs from an angry mob in Canada
and breaks China.
Yeah, you barely get any points for breaking the China, which was strange since it's kind of you have to go out of your way to do that.
Go fund yourself, Bob.
Mags London for £5. Woke is crazy. At uni, I had a professor teaching policing, and he was resigning because too many of his students ended working as police officers.
Wasn't getting the message through, eh?
Nuts. And call sign Bob for 5. Thanks for keeping me company as I wait for my first rise on the new Big Thunder Mountain.
There you go.
You know what? Call sign Bob, enjoy that because it's actually very much improved.
Yeah, very comfy. The cushioning is nice. The lift hills are quicker. Overall, the ride might be a little slower to accommodate those lift hills. It's the same exact runtime, but it also lets kids 2 inches smaller ride it. So, it's a trade-off.
It's a smooth coaster. I really like what they did with it.
Yep. Big Thunder Mountain is one of the greatest roller coasters ever made. Joppy, member for 18. Will Trump be okay with studios leaving Hollywood? It's not like Hollywood is great right now, but wouldn't he want to bring it back instead of moving it somewhere else? And then when is the next member panel? I think that he would probably consider it a win if the Ellisons get the merger accomplished.
So he tried to work with them to fix Hollywood, and Newsom. I think Newsom is such a nuisance to him at this point that anything that hurts Newsom, I think he'll be okay with.
Yeah. So he formed a committee. It had Sly and some others on it to go. John Voight, big name, and California basically said, "Screw you. We're not going to do anything with you to help ourselves." So I suspect Trump's going to be just fine with companies dumping Hollywood.
So Archer Merchant for 2. Mimdani's New York docks listing also probably hurt AOC. If she actually has a residence in New York City, then yeah.
Well, that list just got had to be pulled because a court ruled it illegal. So they're halting movement on that tax, and they had to
damage is done though.
So yeah, oh no, it's done already. It's already out.
Damage is done though. All those that 90,000, or was it 900,000? Some insane number of residences. The people's personal information out there, and yeah, I'm going to say AOC probably wasn't on the list because it never affects the politicos, the privileged politicos.
Yep. Bagging protons for $10. Survived a lightning strike on a transformer pole 3 feet from the house Friday, and today survived the DDS people. The water pick was designed by sadists. Water pick, like the flosser that uses water?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're doing all right, Packy Protons.
We're happy to hear you're doing okay, but we would hope that you will stay away now from transformer poles during lightning storms, Packy Protons.
Yeah.
We need you around here. You're not a cat with 9 lives. You gotta stay alive so that we can continue to have you force panelists to be shaved and shorn. So who knows who might be next?
Wait, that's what saying?
Yeah, Lauren Connor.
You're paying Lauren to shave his head.
We're going to turn it into a charity. Oh. Yeah, the entire head, all of it.
We're going to
eyebrows.
We've still got 8.
Getting nervous.
I'm trying to grow it back. Come on.
By the way, Jonas, Snouts, this is a private Kickstarter thus far. I think it's set to draft mode. But this is out there, folks, if you'd like to check it out. And we put the link twice in the chat. Go check it and click the link if you'd like to go see Snouts. And thank you, Dale Racer, for sending this our way.
Yep.
All right, Jonas, are we ready, sir?
We have some more super chats, but we also need to get some stories in while we got these panelists.
We do. And so it's on to new news. Let's stop on by the WNBA. All right, folks, take a look at this. The WNBA is apparently filled with systemic white privilege. Yes, you heard that right. The WNBA. Sophie Cunningham, the lady who was, we can't play that. Pause it. That'll get us. The young lady who was, assaulted on the court. Let's see if we can get that. They don't have a great view of this. Let's see. No, well, we played it before. She gets absolutely taken out with a haymaker. Sophie Cunningham is not having this. She is not enjoying the idea that the WNBA is a hive of white privilege. She says there's no reason to even play that card after she is knocked out on the court by a player behind her. We've played the video before, folks. It's unbelievable what was done. Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham pushed back after Chicago Sky guard Dejanay Carrington blamed white privilege for her own ejection from Saturday's game. A post Carrington later deleted. Cunningham dismissed the accusation outright, pointing to her own ejection last season for a similar foul. She says, quote, "I think the league is taking care of that. This has nothing to do with race. Last year, I did the same thing and I got kicked out. And I deserved to be kicked out. There's no reason to even play that card." Now, the foul itself, Cunningham, this is Dejanay, said, "Clearly, I think it was unnecessary. I've never really spoken to her and have no beef with her, but I guess she has some pent-up stuff." Maybe they got this switched around a little bit. No, this is Sophie Cunningham. Never mind. "Clearly, I think it was unnecessary," says Sophie. "I've never really spoken to her and have no beef with her, but I guess she has some pent-up stuff. So get your stuff off. That's fine. I can take it." She says, "Yeah, it's intentional. I do think when people play the Fever," and this is the key point, folks, I want to get to. She says, "We're nationally televised." You get that? Because the rest of the teams are not nationally televised. When people play the Fever, that's the Caitlin Clark team, we are nationally televised. There's a lot of eyes on us, and people just want attention. And that's her just trying to get attention. Interesting. Okay, so let me turn to the panel then. The claim here is that, they're saying it's white privilege and, all these attacks on Caitlin Clark. Blaine, I'm going to go to you first. Maybe this is just a bunch of woke women who are getting paid almost nothing, who are being, kept up by the NBA's giant contracts. And the only way they can get any attention, the only chance they get for people to know their name is to beat the living daylights out of the Fever players. Just absolutely roundhouse kick, Sophie and Caitlin, and then go to your locker room and tweet something out. And if you get fined, that's fine, because you at least somebody will have heard of you at that point. That's the claim, Blaine.
Yeah. It kind of seems like that. It's wild how violent the WNBA seems. I mean, I think like half of these women just need to go ahead and actually just maybe join MMA. Like maybe that's where they belong, because they're doing all of that on the court, and it's insane. And it does seem very one-sided, I guess we could say, and it is sheer violence. It's just like, what are we doing? And like you said, the weird thing is that the whole league is subsidized by the NBA.
Yeah,
they're propping them up, and so yeah, it would make sense. They're just trying to do something to gain attention, because most of them are getting shut out by a handful of really good players that they hate.
Now, we'll play this again. We're going to play it in slow motion so people can see. We've done this before. We'll do it again just so you can see what white privilege looks like, okay? Here is the paler-skinned Fever player, and here is the young lady who's going to come in and destroy her. She innocently getting ready to go up for an uncontested layup. There's nobody there, so here she goes. I've got a clear lane. Nobody's going to attack me. I'm going to go, put the ball in, whatever. And here's the player from behind her who has no chance. The ball, you can see arms are straight up. Ball gets ready to leave. Ball is gone. And what happens? Wham!
Yeah.
I mean, look at the speed of this, okay? In fact,
in another company, that'd be called a clothesline.
Watch this.
Right.
Wham!
Completely intentional.
I mean, just knock her out.
And so I saw a video this morning, and I think I forgot to save it, but it was just like this girl, specific girl, and all of the fouls that she's been committing. There's one where she literally, like, she's falling and she reaches up and she grabs the girl by the ponytail and yanks her down with her.
Jeez.
Like in hockey, she'd be a goon. Like this girl is just constantly throwing hands at people and just cannot, function in this team environment. I mean, we saw Caitlin Clark had to literally go out and apologize for being white because these girls were just savaging her every game.
But it's white privilege.
In the face. Yeah, completely privilege.
Amazing. If you think it's going to get better, it's not. Until somebody puts their foot down on this. And we don't mean that in, like, don't put your foot down on them as they're laying there bleeding on the court, please. Sports Illustrated. Are you ready for this? Sports Illustrated says that it is Sophie Cunningham got a bitter taste of karma after drawing flagrant foul in Fever Sky.
What was the karma? Was this because she's doing flagrant fouls on people? Was it or something else? Maybe something about her political opinions not being okay.
Yeah, it's because she doesn't want to play against men.
There's what karma looks like, right?
Imagine that.
Right there. Wham. Wraps her arm. This is what lets you know how flagrant it is. She wraps her arm around her throat. If we play this, okay, boom. Okay, she was going for the ball here. There's nothing wrong. I mean, it's going to be a foul. It's a crazy foul, and you can really hurt the person. You're going to push them forward. They can crash into things. So this is going to be a crazy flagrant foul already. But then she wraps her arm with velocity around her throat and throws her to the ground. I mean, that is one more time. Wham! Just for the sound effects. I love it. Okay, so
really easy way to break somebody's neck.
So she goes to the locker room. She claims white privilege, and now, Caro, there's an actual online argument about whether the WNBA is a league that features white privilege systemically. Like that is the conversation now that's happening in some circles, including Sports Illustrated, who's all in on this.
I mean, women's sports is generally like a bag of cats as it is. I mean, like, it doesn't surprise me that they're getting in their feelings and doing all this stuff. And the name calling just seems like a diversion from accountability as far as I'm concerned. So that's really all I got to say. Sports ball, it's not really my thing. I just watched the clip and I was like, yeah, that looks like a foul. That looks like you hurt somebody. And,
Pro, this is a league that is literally putting together a committee to decide what a woman is.
Right.
So I'm not shocked that they are having, issues with, trying to decide fouls and whatnot. I mean, like, literally, and now to the point where, like, they are in such a pickle right now because all of these, like, recently retired NBA guys are now declaring themselves as women and registering for the WNBA draft.
Yes, that is definitely throwing them for a loop right now because the WNBA, I think, is going to be the death place for woke 1.0. AOC is trying to get away from woke now, and I think it's because they know, like, the WNBA is going to have to declare what the heck is a woman. They've been Matt Walshed. And by the way, speaking of Matt Walsh, let's go to a very hot take that he has out there. Matt Walsh has this to say, quote, "It is really incredible that there's just outright racial violence happening in the WNBA. Every men's professional sports league has black and white players, and they aren't having these problems. Remember this the next time a feminist tells you women should rule the world because they're more peaceful and empathetic or whatever." Now that's a spicy take. That's a spicy thing to say, eh? Caro, you want to respond to Matt Walsh on that one? Is that?
I mean, I'm not really fond of feminists or feminism in general. In fact, most of the modern day feminists that I've encountered have been very backstabby and entitled and basically telling everybody to do things for them, and then they
Call that empowered, Caro. It's empowered.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah,
Sounds like they want to be house cats and given everything and do no work for it. That's what
You're not validating them right now, Caro.
Oh man, what a personal problem to have.
Indeed.
So I don't really disagree with Matt Walsh on that. It's just I think we need the Feminist Council or whatever they're called. I'm sure they've got some fun like group name that they've got. Needs to get together, and they need to actually like powwow about what it is that they actually want.
Where does the Feminist Council meet? Can we come up with where that would be? What's the best place for?
I would imagine it's a
but I don't think I
coven.
could say it on this show.
I don't know where. I'm not invited, obviously, because when I ask them questions,
Please tell me it's Panera Bread.
It could be a coffee
hell.
shop.
It's
it could be a coffee shop. It could be like a fancy like bread place. Like bread, but what they really love, and sorry for the language, what they really love are smelly candles. So maybe we need to go to like a smelly candle store and find them.
Oh, so we got to find the one mall in America where Panera sits next to a Bath and Body Works.
You guys are wrong. It's one of those sip and paint places where you drink wine and make terrible paintings.
I'm glad that's got clarified. I was worried there were places in America where you go and sip paint, and we would not recommend that. We don't recommend that at all.
Yeah, I thank you for that.
That could explain some things. Maybe that's why they're this way.
Maybe that's what's
Sipping
happening
too
here.
much paint.
All right, so Jonas, here's the bottom line about this. I think what we're watching with the WNBA is this movement, this woke movement, and the ability to gaslight people, white privilege, and all that. I think it's tuckered out. I think that's what we're finding out is everybody's like almost everybody, minus Rolling Stone and Sports Illustrated. Everybody is mocking this as it is deserved, as we should have been doing, and maybe we were all doing, but we were blocked from being able to do so online and being censored and shadow banned and kicked off online. Now, Jonas, it is echoing. Everybody is laughing at these morons who are destroying the WNBA.
You know, it's a funny thing to watch all of this and for it to be not affecting actual sports in any way. And forgive me, you know, there's some people I know that would love to be in the WNBA one day. I just wish they would get into a profitable field so that they can, take care of themselves. I think in all of this, it just anytime you turn towards the WNBA, there are people who are doing the work to show up and play a great game and entertain the fans and to give people what they're expecting. If what they are expecting turns into this kind of stuff that's not the game itself, then you're turning into something trashy. And Dijonnaise, which, you know, I was not a fan of that product. It's just Dijon mustard and mayonnaise in the same jar. Kraft tried that back in the day. Didn't work. And that's pretty much the best thing I can say about that lady there. It just, there was some rumor that even the state of Florida was thinking, what if we just charge her with assault? And I think if you're at that level with your play style, then what is the point of any of this other than spectacle and go on Jerry Springer if that's the kind of thing you're looking for. Oh, Emmanuel Ocho is weighing in. I guess he's going to tell us that it's actually fine.
No, I think he's saying you can't call it white privilege.
Remember when he had that uncomfortable conversations with a black man series, and none of the conversations were uncomfortable for him?
Yeah. Well, Dejanay is not happy with him right now. And, my fear here is that we're going to get to the point where Caitlin Clark or Sophie, that they're actually seriously injured. Like, they do break their neck, or, they are hurt in a way that they can't keep playing. Right. Yeah. And then are we going to say it's white privilege? They had it coming. They were asking for it. Is that where this goes next? Could be.
At the end, look, people are exhausted with this, with all of this racial nonsense. When people were coming out all week and being like, why are they casting the X-Men as white people? Or like, I made a post just the other day about they're putting the bald black lady from Agatha supposedly into Ghost Rider, and I was just like, well, that's like that kills my interest. And everybody was just like, why? Because a black woman's in it? And I'm like, no, because an annoying character from an annoying show is in it. We're all tired of it. We don't want to have these conversations anymore. That's why, to the point where now when they bring it up, we're all rolling our eyes. Marvel has rolled out a majority of this X-Men cast, and there has not been a single race swap yet. That should tell you everything there is to know about where we're all at with this.
Yeah, and they're in for a rude awakening because Gen Alpha is based, and the oldest Gen Alpha right now is about 6. Yes, they're about 16 years old, and so they're going to be at voting age before too terribly long. Like, they are over this crap. They are not all about the PC culture and minding everybody's feelings. Their early years were about that. It also probably has a lot to do with the fact that most of them have conservative parents because the liberals weren't having kids through those years. But I have young kids and I've seen it a bunch with their friends and everything. And I'm just like, man, like, you guys are bringing back like old Xbox lobby chat talk.
Oh, man. The Xbox will rise again. That's
we're back.
Yeah,
we're back, baby. WNBA, not so much. All right, Jonas, what do the superstars have to say?
All right, Lord Matawig for $2. Hide the time capsule in Thorsmork, Iceland.
I like it.
I hear that Iceland is green and that Greenland is covered in ice. I learned that from Mighty Ducks 2.
Greenland is ice, and Iceland is very nice. That's what
if you put if you put this thing in the middle of Greenland, I don't think anybody's ever going to find it.
Yep,
it's just gone.
Iceland, you can drive around in 8 hours. I've done it.
Wow. I would love to visit Iceland someday, and I would not want to be unemployed in Greenland.
Now, wait a minute. Carol, you're saying around it. Like, you can go all the way around the thing in 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the size of one of the big islands in Hawaii.
Yep.
Okay.
It smells like sulfur. So
that's where they should set a Grand Theft Auto spinoff. It'll be a very polite Grand Theft Auto.
Now, wait a minute. Carol, when you say it smells like sulfur, you mean it smells like farts and rotten eggs?
Yeah, because there's volcanoes there.
Well, that doesn't sound as much fun. I've always heard it's a beautiful place, but if it smells like farts everywhere, it's like nature's practical joke. Here's this beautiful place. Enjoy it. It smells like flatulence.
It's not as pungent as conventions, but it's like, it's there.
Oh, man.
There's a joke there that I could well played.
DL Racer for $5. Thank you, Pro, and thank you, everyone, for being as interested in positive change as I am.
We are, and we're supporting you. We hope you go to the victory, to the win.
Yep. Packing protons for $5. It was 1,000 to destroy Wilton, or 1,000 Jonas goes on camera.
Right. And we've got 350 right now, which means we will shave Lorne.
Yep.
And turn it into a charity thing. I've actually been talking with a barbershop to see if we can fly Lorne to a barbershop to have him shaved.
No, we need to have Lorne shaved at the Harmony Barbershop in the Magic Kingdom while the Dapper Dan
do you know how
behind him.
Do you know how great that we could ask the Dapper Dans if they would do it, or the Cadaver Dans for the Halloween thing?
The Dapper Dans don't do much. They don't do much actual shaving of people, though. They're just around. So I don't think
shaving a haircut.
Actual barbering is part of their barbershop quartet. Galeoff for $5 with Blizzard's California allegations false, ramifications on financial losses because of the forced unemployments. Would it undo exit contracts for liability? No, I think it's far enough removed that what's done is done. They're now owned by Microsoft. So, Pro and I talked about this the other day. You can look at some of the dominoes that we're seeing today of mass layoffs that are caused by Jason Schreier's reporting, in my opinion. So I don't think he'll see any direct consequences for what he said, though.
By the way, Blizzard became Microsoft's top studio. That's not an unindictment of what we're talking about. It just means that they went back for one game to pure masculinity with Diablo 4 or 5, whichever one we're on now, and gave the people what they wanted and made a lot of money that way. So how about we keep that up?
Yeah, there's something about some Overwatch's characters' buns or something that they restored is in there as well.
They gave Tracer her buns back?
That's what I heard. I don't play Overwatch, so back protons for 5. How much does it cost to get Caro as a writing partner?
$3,000. Right, Caro?
And Jeremiah Hembry for $10. The next game after the one they're going to stream on after Thursday. If they reach the goal, the troll has to play Warhammer Space Marines 2 with Marvin.
Oh, God.
Marvin, you know about this?
No, I have not heard about this, but maybe we'll do a super chat goal during that gameplay stream if I have to stream the Wilton game.
The Warhammer? I hear the Warhammer game's pretty good.
Space Marines 2 is really good. It's fun.
Yeah. Let's see here. PR Burke for 5. Paramount is a historic studio, goes back to Desilu and RKO. Great tour also. Callie needs to wake up before they lose it. Yes,
Yep.
but they're in a socialist slumber, thinking that it's your fault if you don't succeed. And
They got 6 weeks.
Your fault if they don't succeed. Joppy for 50 Swedish crowns. You didn't say when the next member panel is. Did he?
It's because we don't know, but it'll be between the 24th and the 27th. So between the 24th and the 27th of August, we'll have that announcement next week when the member panel will be.
Yep. Member of the panels. Archer Merchant for $2. Meant Bernie supported him. Then he doxed the rich. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't long after she got into office that she started driving a Tesla, and seems like those bartender wages left her behind. So, packing protons for $2. WNBA run by Marcy Darcy. Who's Marcy Darcy?
I know the name. What is Marcy Darcy? I'm trying to remember back in the past. What is Marcy Darcy?
And does she speak Farsi? Snarky D, Stinky Fudgedora for 5, honoring the beautiful German Shepherd surrounding Caro Brown. I don't recommend crossing her. What are their names, Caro?
I have 3. The one under my desk, her name is Kissy, because she likes to give kisses and she responds to kissy sounds. The one that you usually see behind me is Ranger, but it looks like he's gone to nap in the other room. And then the new one that we have is called Jinx.
Marcy Darcy, the character from Married with Children, who was Al's, arch nemesis. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Took me a second.
I never watched that one, so I guess I missed out. Teddy D for 5. DL Racer, the trailer looks amazing. I love it. My dogs helped save me from darkness, keeping a grip on me. Them and my amazing wife are my North Star. It's great.
Phenomenal stuff, folks. We're so happy that you're going over and enjoying the Kickstarter from DL Racer. Check it out. We've got the link in the chat. You may have to scroll up. I don't have it copy and pasted anymore because maybe I do. Let me see if I do. Can we put it out there one more time? We can. All right. One more time. We'll put that link out there, folks, if you want to enjoy it on YouTube.
Yep. William McGruffle III, basically Dijonais, you took everything from me. Sophie, I don't even know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. Highlander for 1,000 joules sends in cheers.
You know what? It's been a while. Can we just, for the sake of Lauren, can we play the clip, Jonas?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Right. Wait a minute. There it is. Do.
And Lord Madwig sends in 1,000 joules and says, cheers.
Now I feel badly. We don't have a Lord Madwig clip yet. What do we do? What are we going to do?
Well, also, I'm just going to point this out. That service dog sent in 1,000 joules for a husky, and Juliet sent in 1,000 for cheers.
Got to meet that service dog at Southeast Game Exchange, along with the service dog.
Oh, that's right.
I know what we'll do.
1.21 gigawatts! 1.21 gigawatts!
Thank you, Lord Madwig. Thank you, that service dog. And thank you, Juliet. Packing protons for $2. Sophie and Clark need to create the WWSNBA League, the Women's National Basketball Association. Yes.
No, the Wheel Women.
Wheel Women.
Wheel Women's NBA.
Yeah. If you want to know what a woman is, I'm pretty sure most teenage boys can answer that question. No problem. Packing protons for $2. Excuse me, do you have some gray Dijonnaise?
Excuse me, do you have some gray Dijonnaise, please?
Yep. Packing protons for $2 more. The Council of Weaves.
Weaver.
I remember learning in high school, somebody said, is that your real hair? She says, yes, it's my real hair. I paid for it. Snarky D for $5. The WNBA was never anything, so it can't really be destroyed. The NBA being destroyed. Is being destroyed. Sorry. Remember the 90s that was basketball, now is not.
Yeah, well, the NBA is being destroyed for a different reason, though. The NBA is being destroyed because they went purely to three-pointers or dunks, and also because the guys no longer have real beef with one another. They're all trying to make it onto the top 10, Sports Center of the night and trend on TikTok. So that's what has destroyed the NBA. The WNBA, on the other hand, is filled with vitriol, venom, and women who hate each other over race.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yep.
By the way,
Mushroom
Jonas, as you go to Mushroom Madam, and the celebration of 6 joules for a chili, and we love that chili so much. Thank you, Mushroom Madam. We have forgotten to click it and sip it today, Jonas.
We have.
Can you believe
I thought
this?
you would do it when somebody said stay hydrated. I thought Juliet was setting you up for that one.
Stay thirsty, my friends. Marv, what are we drinking today?
I got coffee in my I Love America and Bucky's 2 mug.
Beautiful. Any flavoring?
There you go.
French vanilla.
French vanilla? Caro, what do you know for your drink?
I have water in this giant mug that's bigger than my head.
Boring. Caro, have you got any lemon in that? Did you squeeze a lemon in it?
No, because I don't want to mess up the hose and clean it.
Did you put any little pieces of salt for electrolytes?
No, I put my willpower to stay hydrated in this as I was pouring water into it.
Willpower. Okay, we'll go with that. Sure that tastes good. Blaine, what do you got?
Yeah, man, I got some coffee in my Willie Nelson. Have
No,
a
sir.
Willie nice day.
No, sir. You threw that up on the camera a little bit fast. Let's see. Is there anything in it?
I have a drop. I drank it.
I knew it.
Before we,
Listen, if you're gonna listen, Blaine.
Here we go. It's
okay.
There we go.
Blaine, if you're gonna throw the mug up there and be like, I'm drinking it, you can't, because I can't do it because you can't be like, where?
Right. Who knows?
Physics says.
I had coffee 5 minutes ago, and then I finished it off.
Well, we've been watching you sip it. Jonas, what do you got?
Yeah.
I got water from America.
American water. See, Carol, that's the way to play that, okay? America water. And I've got a shaken ristretto. Ladies and gentlemen, let's drink. You click the like button. We'll all sip together in 3, 2, 1. That's good stuff. Thank you, folks, for clicking the like button. And Jonas, we've got a super chat that just came in that skips the list. Jumps the line. Moves ahead.
First of all, Packing Protons here for $300, donating to either half a haggis or $600 towards Destroy Wilton.
All right, for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna put this in my notes now.
Wait, is destroying Wilton on the table?
No, I talked to Steve. It's really hard to destroy Wilton because he's not sure he can rebuild Wilton exactly the same, which sounds better to me. But
it's a very Steve kind of thing.
Let him fly.
Let him fly
away.
Yeah. That was gonna be one stream that I was gonna completely offer to host. Be like, let me host the Destroy Wilton stream.
So Packing gave $300 to either destroy Wilton or for me to eat haggis. And so I agreed that because we can't destroy Wilton, I will eat haggis live on the show. I have looked this up. Now that he's paid the other $300, I will have to eat the entire haggis, not half the stomach, like I said.
I would say, are you, because you can get canned haggis, I think, at certain grocery stores.
Yeah, I don't know that that's the way to do this.
It's got to be in the stomach.
So what I found out is it's rather difficult. Not many places make haggis, and so I'm working on this. I think next week that I will eat haggis live on camera during one of the shows. But that's the plan right now, Packing. And you've paid, so I guess I'm going to be like that LA Reviews guys. That what is that guy? Who's that guy who the LA Beast? The LA Beast.
I'm loving it.
It could happen. Then it's a $600 treat.
Is haggis cooked before you eat it?
Gosh, I hope so.
It is.
Is it
I
warm?
think so.
Is it roasted?
It's sheep stomach stuffed with meat and barley, I believe.
Yeah, well, it's heart, liver, and lungs inside of it, I think.
But I've looked this up, and in America, they are not legally permitted to cook with the lungs because it's dangerous. So I'm going to have to go get a sheep and convince it to give me one of its lungs.
There you go.
Okay.
And do that myself.
Maybe you could do like, have you heard of Gold Belly? It's like this company that ships like high-end food overnight. You could just do that and have it flown in from somewhere fancy. And then you can have
find
like
that
some
disgusting winter lamb from Sheep Detectives.
From somewhere fancy to somewhere sunny. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a great idea. We'll play the clip of the winter lamb from Sheep Detectives, and then we'll cut to me eating the haggis. Take that, you winter lamb. All right, packing. It's going to happen.
When we took Lauren to see it, every time the winter lamb came on screen, I went, oh, disgusting.
This disgusting winter lamb.
Also, got to point out, Joppy gifting a massive number of memberships here, 20 memberships.
Joppy, thank you so much. That is very kind of you. When you show up to us, it's like having, I don't know, a major celebrity just appear in one of our videos.
Right? And they use something they call pyroprocessing. The interesting thing is they call it pyroprocessing, but it's a molten salt process. They're dissolving this thing in a molten salt, and they're doing electrochemistry on it. Why don't they call it molten salt? They want no association with molten salt because then it brings up another superior thing molten salt can do.
Joppy, you are not molten salt. You are our George Lucas.
With a little bit of Solid Snake in there, too. And then Stormweaver gives 10 WDW Pro memberships.
No, it can't be. But it is.
No, it can't be.
But it is. Stormweaver. And folks, we're going to be making some more clips for the next couple of weeks. So I've got a list of folks that need clips for the show. So it's Jonas's favorite time of year when we add clips because we just don't have enough here.
Yeah, I think you've hit the limit. Like you found a workaround to double the number of clips that you can put on the channel. I'm wondering if you.
I have ways, Jonas. I have ways.
5. When feminists make Melvin from As Good as It Gets look like a genius, they have a problem. Lamau. As Good as It Gets is a great movie because you got this guy who is malcontent, but he also gets to say fun things that no one feels like they're allowed to say. Also has that great "You Make Me Want to Be a Better Man" speech, which is it's fantastic. One of the few times a romantic comedy got Best Picture. Call sign Bob for 5, missing the speed, but glad my lower back doesn't get jacked anymore. 80s kid not getting any younger.
Is Jonas roboting or am I roboting?
No,
You're
it's
roboting.
Jonas.
Darn you, Jonas. Read it again, you.
Call sign Bob for $5, missing the speed. Funny, but glad my lower back doesn't get jacked anymore. 80s kid not getting any younger.
Don't do that old thing. It's a 3-letter word. Nobody who tried it liked it. Stay away from old.
Yeah. The First Dragon Queen for $5. It's like Jonas doesn't know me at all. Almost done with a second. I'll make sure the next one has wings just for Caro.
Jonas, you don't know First Dragon Queen?
I mean, I know her a little bit. I mean, I don't think we've met in person. Is it?
Is Lauren messing with stuff in the background? It just switched to Lauren and Apollo. Lauren, what are you doing? What are you doing?
There's nothing good that Wilton would do with wings.
Yeah, I'd imagine he'd go into spaces he's not welcome.
By the way, look at this. Have you seen this, Jonas? My model reel to reel that First Dragon Queen made for me.
Wow,
isn't that cool?
Wow.
It's a very, very cool reel to reel, just like from the old graphic we had that portrayed the studio.
Mm-hmm. Forgive me. Arrowstone Official gifted 440 joules for an Unk alert.
Unk. Gotta get that Unk.
Packing protons for $2. Bet Highlander loves haggis. I don't know. Doesn't look like he. Well, I mean, it is all almost pure protein, isn't it? Other than, well, no, there's barley in it.
Highlander, let us know if you're out there. What are your opinions on haggis?
Yeah. Packing protons for 5 more. Al Bundy gave the world's greatest speech to a librarian that was trashing him. Life's motto. Was it about lemons? DL Racer for 5. Packing Proton is going to turn this show into Good Mythical Morning. LOL. Yeah, I remember when Good Mythical Morning was 2 guys talking about stuff, and then it became a taste test show.
Can we do that next week? Let's do since I got to eat haggis. Let's do a parody of Good Mythical Morning.
Yeah, you just need a co-host.
Would you eat the haggis with me, Jonas?
I mean, the effect would be lost on the audience other than me going.
Well, what we'll do is you just put the camera straight down so nobody can see you, and it'll just be the bowl of haggis. They can watch your fork in your hand go in, and then it'll lift off the camera, and then we'll just.
We got to do the reverse Wilson here, right? And have just my mouth and beard on camera. Yeah, sure.
I had to just put up on for a super chat goal the other day on that game place. I had to wear this bald cap and play God of War doing the Triple H voice as Triple H from the WWE. That lasted about an hour before I was almost spitting blood. But
I'd love to see. I'd love to see Epic Mike do God of War Ragnarok as Jesse the Body Ventura. Yeah. Stormweaver gifted 10 WDW Pro memberships. Thank you very much for doing that again, Stormweaver.
I say we play it again.
No, it can't be.
But it is Stormweaver.
See, y'all got that song in your head. I'm more like Stormweaver. I believe that Teddy D for $5 says, "Leave our Wilton alone."
Wilton will survive. He will survive.
Yep. Bob Blah Blah gifted 20 WDW Pro memberships. Look at that.
See, Blah 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 is one of those that we have got to get a clip for. I mean, we just got to get a clip for Blah 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 Blah. Thank you so much. That is so kind. Blah 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 Blah.
Please, sir, may I have more pro memberships?
What?
God bless us, everyone!
The power of one. The power of two. The power of many. No! No! Now, ascend, my son.
Let the...
They give me PTSD.
I was worried about Carol.
Packing protons for 5. Do you have enough super chats to do a show from Scotland?
Oh, gonna have to get I think Jibby Jab to go over to Scotland, eh?
I would love to do a show in Scotland.
Are they still requiring you get the Jibby Jab, Jonas?
Oh, do they? They
I think they do. Probably.
Way.
Maybe.
No, I'm not taking that ever. So sorry to Scotland. Flying blind on a rocket cycle for $2. WDW Winged Wilton.
By the way, we've been catching all of those suggestions. We've been catching the suggestions for what WDW stands for now. And next week, we're going to run that poll. The top ones that you all voted for, running a poll, we'll find out. It's going to be a little tournament to find out what does WDW Pro stands for. And the winner, of course, is going to get some fun merch that we're going to send your way.
Richard Frizzell for 2. Can Fever sign Gina Carano? Is ground and pound a foul? I don't know if I've never seen her play basketball, but she's a tough broad.
I want Shaq to sign up for the WNBA.
That'd be crazy. Michael Cooley for 5.
Shaq gonna wear wig. Gonna make Shaq be girl. Girl Shaq gonna be real heartbeat.
I'd love to see Charles Barkley playing with the WNBA. Just all these huge players,
Mm-hmm.
Michael Cooley for 5. Great show. Can't wait for Paramount to move to Maryville.
There you go.
Pigeon Forge, just a great place for a studio. Elijah Snow, member for 36 months. You got it wrong. Cave Johnson is the Lemon King. Yes, I was trying very hard to make that reference, and I failed. So I appreciate Elijah Snow getting it.
Make them rue the day life sent you the lemons.
Yep. Flying blind on a rocket cycle for $5. Wait, no. Sorry, I saw the number 5 and I just read the wrong thing. Gifted 5 WDW Pro memberships. That's a lot more than $5.
Keeping us 7 steps ahead.
7 steps off, 7 steps ahead.
And finally, there could be only one for 5. I approve of haggis. Very tasty if seasoned right. Good organ meat, and I like barley.
You know, there's not many times I've ever said, that's some darn good organ meat. There's a reason they call that sweetbread. You guys know that's what they call organ meat, sweetbread?
I didn't know that's why they call it that, but
yeah. It's because who would want to say, honey, I've been at the barbecue all day. Would you like to come over and try this organ meat I've been preparing?
In what is it? In Red Dragon, when Edward Norton is getting tips from Hannibal Lecter before he's in jail, he looks at the thing about the human body, and then he sees a little note next to the liver that says "sweetbreads."
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yep. Detailed Devil for $2 to stay woke. WMDA takes guys, only picks flamboyant.
That's gonna be the litmus test.
Yep.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to keep my comment to myself.
That's Bill's dog.
Call sign Bob, member for 14. The last chat was my reaction to Big Thunder Mountain. Was it a big woo?
Woohoo! I hope it was.
The wildest ride in the wilderness.
That's right.
All right, we got 2 more. Packing protons for 5. No 1,000 to destroy Floral, just like the Toonami mascot. They destroy him and rebuild him every few years. He's not our property, so, we would have to replace him. And,
listen, I can use CGI or AI for $1,000 to destroy him, but I mean, if that's what you want, we'll viciously feed him to dogs and all kinds of things with that kind of video. But to physically destroy the guy, we don't own him. So,
what's the purpose of your visit to Canada? Puppet destruction.
Yes, that's why I need these booster cables and shears.
And here he is. I do hear he's a good cook, but he is in fact a chief. William Schweikert for $2. Rest in peace, Ben Jones, Dukes of Hazzard. Yeah, the guy who played Cooter on Dukes of Hazzard. He was also, I believe, a congressman for a while.
Very sad to see that. I saw that come out yesterday, maybe the day before, but yes, absolutely. R.I.P.
Yep, and Flying Blind on a rocket cycle for 5. Can we start a petition to get Dennis Rodman into the WNBA?
I'm all for this. I love this idea. Let's do it. I think Jordan could come back for his 4th return. Jordan with hair, or maybe it's just lipstick.
New woke is so much better than classic woke. It's all the flavor, but now with more communism. New woke, new soda, new future.
Grab one today and taste the revolution.
New woke.
And remember, there's also Woke Zero, in case you need to slip socialism into your next family event.
This might be the end of the woke era. AOC coming out and saying, hey, woke phase 1 was crazy. Can they move on? And will this affect the entertainment industry? Well, get ready. This is what we've got coming to you from ABC this week. It's an exclusive. We'll play a little bit of it. I think they'll ding us. I think they'll hit us with the copyright, but it's fair use, folks. We have to play this for you to see what the heck is going on, and it's from a news outlet. It is making news. So let's go to it right now. Here's AOC reframing the way she views the woke era before perhaps she's going to run for POTUS.
Can't hear it.
Can't hear.
Yeah.
Can't hear it? What?
I'm not
say?
really complaining about that, but
okay. Well, here's what we're going to do, Marv. I hate to do this to you, but Marv, I'm going to give it to you in the private chat. If you'll grab it and put it on your screen, we'll go there. And folks, as we do so, we'll just go over to the Washington Examiner as we fix our technical difficulties. And you can see that Byron York is writing, "You can't erase woke." This from the Washington Examiner, claiming that, AOC, you can try, but we're not going to forget this. It says, this political season, like the last couple, it's featuring lots of Democratic candidates, not only running for office, but running away from things they said from 2019 and 2021. And I would say much beyond that. The latest is the loopy frontrunner for the Democratic nomination for governor of Wisconsin. In the last few days, Hong has walked back her 2020 call to cancel Thanksgiving so the nation can stop celebrating colonialism. She has also backed off her 2019 and 2021 calls to defund, then abolish the police. She no longer stands by her 2021 call to abolish the Senate. And AOC is joining with her and saying, well, woke phase 1 was crazy, eh? But we suffered through woke phase 1, folks. Here's what AOC has to say now. Marv, go ahead and play it for us.
possible to win the Senate. So I've been focused on those legislative
What do you make of those controversial statements? I'm sure you've seen. I mean, she's, the Thanksgiving dust up. She says she doesn't, still believe that, but, the abolished prisons, abolished police, which is also positions that have been taken by a lot of the progressive candidates who have won. How do you get around that? I mean, those are not positions that are supported by.
Right. I mean, I think that a lot of these races, even right now, they'll have a tendency to be nationalized.
Yeah.
But these races ultimately are local, and all politics are local. My understanding is that that Francesca Hong has made clear her present stances to her electorate.
Yeah, she's moved away from a lot
Right,
of that.
she's moved away from it. And I have a local city councilman that has this saying, woke one was crazy.
Pause there, Marv.
Okay, that's
and
Woke phase 1 was crazy, which is to say woke phase 2 is on the way. They're trying to neuter woke so that you will forget about it long enough to get them back into power, and they'll bring it back again. Woke revival. But Marv, we have suffered under woke with what's happened to gaming, what's happened to movies. Walk us through some of the things that we've seen, Marv, as an effect of this movement on the media that we once loved.
Well, I mean, we have seen storytelling get completely thrown out the window in the name of identity politics, in the name of virtue signaling. We have watched as some of our most beloved franchises have been utterly destroyed in the name of identity. And it all stems from this idea. And basically, somebody in one of my comments actually said this the other day, and I thought it was actually really interesting. They said it's pop culture colonialism. They are colonizing our biggest pop culture franchises, much in the same way that they say that people colonized specific areas geographically.
Right, and they deconstruct the territory that they're going to go into. So like with Star Wars, they deconstruct all of the heroes, the myths, the legends, and then they want to replace it. So it's not good enough for them to come in and colonize it. First, they have to tell you how terrible the stories are, how flawed they are, why you shouldn't have loved the heroes in the first place, whether it's Star Trek or Star Wars or Ghostbusters. I mean, we can keep going and going and going, Marv. But they came in and it's not just politics, right? The woke thing is not just political points. It's this movement that's now here. And the phase 2, I fear, Marv, is flat out communism.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like the lady that's saying that she doesn't want to abolish Thanksgiving anymore, she has not changed her stance on Thanksgiving. She has not changed her stance on the police. They're just hiding it now because they understand that these things are because for the people that love those things, they're not enough to get them elected. But the people that are terrified by concepts like abolish the police and get rid of things like Thanksgiving, they will show up in mass to vote against them. So what they're doing is basically they're pulling the Mamdani here. They are going to say that they're not as extreme as they actually are. And then once they're in power, show you how extreme they are. It's all smoke and mirrors now. And this is, we're all going to find out the hard way. God help us if this continues and these DSA candidates start getting into the Senate, start getting into the House, and God forbid one of them eventually becomes president. We are screwed if that happens.
When I want people to understand that, with the first era of woke, what they were trying to do is create this oppressor class system, right? Where white straight males are the oppressor class, and then everybody fights against them. And that flowed all through entertainment, and it changed entertainment. And this next phase is going to be the push for communism. Now, we're going to try this again, folks. We'll see if we can pull this off or if we're going to have more technical difficulties. Marv will be on the ready if we do. But here's AOC. We just want to go back in time and play what did AOC believe before she said, oh, yeah, woke phase 1. That was just nuts. What has AOC believed? What's the track record here? And why should we fear what woke phase 2 might be? Can we hear that, guys?
Nope.
Oh, boy. Marv, save us. Oh, no, Marv has stepped away, too.
When you share, are you hitting the share audio option?
I didn't know there was a share audio.
Yeah, it automatically mutes it if you don't click it.
I don't see it on the thing at all.
Try and reshare it, and then when you do the reshare, yeah.
Okay, what we'll do is I'll just send this over to Marv real quick. Marv, you fix this for us, and we'll, without getting into the technicalities while we're live. All right, Marv, the link is there. We'll get this fixed, but we want to go back through the history of AOC. Marv, that video is going to start off with about 10 seconds of the clip we've already seen. We want to go back to her past post that she's made So we'll grab that in just a second, folks. In 3.
Let it go 10 seconds in.
Yep, 10 seconds in 3, 2, 1. Here we go.
Okay, ready? Now I have no audio. Oh.
You're muted on bottom right.
Yeah, you have to.
Even go too far with some of those positions. I mean, you briefly supported the idea of defunding the police.
Well, I think that during this time and especially during COVID, there was a huge opening of the Overton window. We were shut down. There was some of the highest unemployment rates that we have seen because of those shutdowns.
Yeah.
And I think that the doors were really open in trying to entertain any and every policy that was going to get us to a better place. And I actually think that the discussions that were had in that time were quite fruitful. I think that when we talk about crime today, it's fundamentally different than the way that we talked about crime in bringing crime down, right? Mm-hmm. And I think that we all share in the goals of having as low a crime rate as possible. I think that, during lockdown, of course, rhetoric in that time is not rhetoric that we would use today. And I'm grateful that these candidates have the opportunity to present who they are to their electorate and what they're campaigning on in this moment.
Wow.
Okay. So I don't believe the woke movement has changed at all. And I'm not interested in the political aspect of this. Carol, I'm interested in the societal stuff here. And the societal stuff, to me, I think they're more radical than they were before. And I think that they're moderating just to try to get back into power. And then, again, the political side, set that aside. But just in terms of what they're up to culturally, I think they're preparing to bring in their idea of new communism. Woke didn't work, so woke went broke. Let's move on to the next thing. Phase 2 is the DSA. Phase 2 is socialism / phase 1 of communism. Your thoughts? Early stage communism.
I don't understand how she stays in office. This confuses me so
hard
much.
To get them out once they're in, Carol.
I appreciate the humble beginning of her starting as a bartender and then getting into politics after that. But this excessive gaslighting is kind of impressive. I know politicians are really good at it, but she's really knocking it out of the park. I was trying to find up some fun comments of things that she said in the past. I thought we could revisit together since she seems to have forgotten some of the things that she's commented on.
What do you got, Carol? What do you got?
So under capitalism, man oppresses man. Under socialism, it's the other way around. So that's my favorite. And then she has one comment. Yellow cab drivers are financially ruined due to the unregulated expansion of Uber, which is ironic considering how much she uses Uber. So she really cared about those cab drivers. She would utilize their services a little bit more. And then the other one is, I don't think most of Congress understands how economics works. I don't know if she's talking about herself, but that's a terrible thing to say. And then my ultimate favorite is, the reason that unemployment is low is because everybody has 2 jobs.
Oh my goodness.
So
yeah,
these are not.
That gave me a nosebleed.
These are not. This is her, and this is her just talking, and it baffles me because every one of these people has a team, right? Which also has its own thing, because if you have to rely on your team to tell you what to do, then let's just put your team in office and you can go away, right? So I'm just it needs to stop. This just hurts me so bad. I can't deal with it.
But AOC, she's a big figure. Any audio on that?
Can we also remember that she didn't know how to use a gas stove and tried to start some movement to ban gas stoves that one year, and even did a video of showing how incompetent she was with the gas stove. There are people who should not vote or be in office.
But she doesn't believe in meritocracy. She doesn't believe in capitalism. And now she doesn't believe in woke, Blaine, just in time for the midterms and just in time for her to make a presidential run. So politics aside, I think that we are headed for a new era. I think entertainment, Blaine, is likely to switch now. We're not going to push the woke stuff. Disney's gotten rid of a lot of the Transformer. We'll say that instead of Trans Am. They've got rid of the episodes for kids content that way. I think they'll start pushing anti-capitalist themes. I think that's the next phase because I think that's what they're after in the next era of whatever this is.
Yeah, I think that what they're realizing is before they were doing all of this just right out in the public, very obvious, very transparent about what they were doing. And I think they realized that that didn't work. And they also realized that a lot less people were on board with what they were peddling than they thought would be. And so now what's going to suck is that they're going to just do it more discreetly, more quietly, and then as the perfect term that Caro used is the gaslighting. That's when the gaslighting is going to begin, and so it's just going to be them doing a lot of the same stuff, just more discreetly and less obviously, so that they can be like, "What are you talking about? You're looking for it when it's not even there." And that's what we're going to be going into for however long, and it's going to be a freaking nightmare because it's just going to be an op to make everyone who's pointing this crap out look insane. And so it's going to be a mess. They're just going to be doing one thing while saying the complete opposite versus before where they were just doing it out in public.
It's because the polling. Somebody has shown them polling that says going after the kids is not working.
Yeah.
Going after these particular issues with woke is not working. However, we can make headway because grocery prices are too high, gas is too high. We can make headway with socialism. Somebody is telling them that. Somebody in the polling is saying that's where we go, and that's going to be woke 2.0. Somebody's saying that. They haven't changed their beliefs for a second. You're never going to convince me that all of a sudden all these people suddenly want Thanksgiving and police and all that kind of stuff. Oh, we're big fans of low crime. Sure. Where was that 4 years ago when you had the chance, when you had the authoritarian boot on the throats of Americans? Where was that belief? Oh, we couldn't find it because you loved the revolution. The revolution is just changing. They're evolving it. They're evolving it into something new, and it's woke 2.0. Panel, any other thoughts on this one? It's fascinating to see because it mirrors what we're seeing in entertainment. Companies like Disney pulling back some of this stuff, but I guarantee you switching over to an economic anti-capitalist message. Caro, your thoughts?
I just want to share this last comment. It's we need to invent technology that's never been invented before.
AOC.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Genius. Marv, would you invent a comment that we've never heard commented before?
I didn't invent it. She actually said it.
At the end of the day, you need to judge people, especially politicians, by their actions and not by what they're saying, because they will always show you who they are. And I think this woman has done more than enough to show you exactly who she is.
As have the entertainment companies who are in sync with her, in sync with Mamdani, in sync with all of this. You've got the Ruffalo Gruffalos, you've got the Barbara Streisands, you got so many of these folks, you got so many of the ladies on The View. They're all in tune with Rosie O'Donnell and what AOC is saying. They're all on the lockstep. The House of Mouse is too, and folks, get ready. We're going to predict this. You pay attention over the next 6 months, over the next year. Watch these capitalist corporations give you communism light, socialism. The DSAs are on the way, and the movement for woke 2.0 has begun. It's an NYC exodus, and it's because of the communist mayor, Mamdani, who is sending Hollyweirds away from New York. You say, well, wait a minute, Hollyweird is in California. Well, folks, let me tell you, New York is the second biggest media market in the United States of America, which means it's probably the second biggest market in the world. And, well, it's done for. How so? Well, take a look at this from New York Post. Ariel Zilber writing this one. Florida official thanks Economic Developer of the Year. New York City communist mayor Mamdani with savage Times Square billboard. It says a Florida business is boosting and trolling New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani in the heart of Times Square, thanking him for sending jobs, companies, and wealthy residents south as the Sunshine State looks to capitalize on a years-long migration of New Yorkers. The Florida Chamber of Commerce on Monday, the Florida Chamber of Commerce unveiled a digital billboard at Broadway and West 43rd Street naming Mamdani's Florida's Economic Developer of the Year and declaring thanks for the jobs. Talk about putting their nose in it and rubbing it. Quote, we want to thank him for the jobs, the companies, the people that they're pushing out of New York, and a lot of them are coming to Florida. You can see the billboard here, folks. Mayor Zohran Mamdani, Florida Economic Developer of the Year. Thanks for the jobs. Paid for by the Florida Chamber of Commerce. Not authorized, approved, or endorsed by Mayor Zohran Mamdani. I bet not. There he is. Wow. The stunt comes against the backdrop of a migration pipeline that swelled during the COVID era when remote work and a hunt for more space helped accelerate departures from New York, particularly among prime working age and higher income households. Now, this would be a political story, except that, ladies and gentlemen, it's far more than that. You see, companies and media are leaving New York in droves, and it's going to turn it into the next Detroit. Ariel Zilber also writing this one for the New York Post. Mamdani escalates Amazon fight. Backs bill that risks price hike for customers as retailer threatens to move NYC operations. How many times can we see this? Companies are leaving New York and California, and as they do, they are leaving in their wake the idea that media companies are also hitting the brakes on these areas. That's going to send media far and wide across the US of A to places like Texas, Tennessee, Florida, Nevada, and beyond. The article says New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani is throwing his support behind controversial legislation that would force Amazon and other delivery giants to directly employ thousands of drivers. Despite warnings, the policy will force Amazon outside the 5 boroughs and lead to slower, more expensive deliveries. Mamdani on Monday backed the Teamsters-supported Delivery Protection Act, which would bar companies from subcontracting core warehouse and delivery work at last-mile facilities and require workers to be directly employed by the facility operator. Quote, corporations like Amazon build billion-dollar business models by insulating themselves from accountability through a system of exploitative subcontracting, the mayor said in a statement. Now, this is the guy who has recently been told that families may turn their backs on him at 9/11. This is the guy who was caught in a mosque where they were saying, delete the infidels. This is a guy who has been called out for despising the people who backed him so much that he doxed about 90 or 900,000 residences of people that are going to pay his new tax. And I think that finally, even the celebrities are starting to feel the pain of this guy. Blaine, New York is one of the cities that everybody knows across the world. Everybody knows New York, the Big Apple. And this guy in record time has trashed the place to the point now that people are trying to escape. So are media companies. You've seen celebrities come out and say, I didn't know this was going to affect me. I didn't know that these taxes were going to affect me. I didn't know that my name was going to be put out in a doxed paper. Blaine, it's regret time, and I think it's going to get worse and worse. They get a long time still with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to be a complete and total moron to be surprised by what is happening in New York. That's the thing. This was all predicted. This was all, everybody called this, and the dude pretty much said that this was exactly what was going to happen, and he's doing it now. And I mean, I'm in a state where we are also seeing a heavy flow of New York people. I'm in North Carolina, and it is like hard to find people from here at this point. Everybody's from New York or somewhere up in that vicinity. So it is not a surprise, and I think that they are absolutely going to keep going through the same reckoning that California is. They're making a lot of the same types of decisions, except for Mamdani is honestly possibly more extreme in some ways than these others. So this is going to continue to happen, and it's going to get worse. And like you said, they've got like 3 more years or however long of this dude. So
they got a long time with Mayor Mamdani, and he's going to drive them communist crazy. But Caro, we saw celebrities come in and absolutely push for Mamdani, whether it's been Miss Rachel or Cardi B or Mark the Ruffalo Gruffalo or Pedro, or I mean, all these celebrities wanted to have Zohran Mamdani be in charge. They wanted communism. And in fact, I'll show you, Caro. This continues on. It says Cardi B teams up with New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani to push free childcare. Sometimes us women, we really can't go forward because we don't have nobody, says Cardi B. Here's the video, folks, so you can just see.
Again, no sound.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, we can't hear this?
Yeah, no.
Good Lord. Marv, I'm sending you the link. You ready?
Yep.
On your mark.
You're here, Marv.
On your mark, get set, go. Marv, there's the link. We'll switch over to Marv's feed. I don't know what's going on. I tried to fix that, but
Marv's a hero.
He's a hero.
He's a hero.
He's the man. He's the man. He can.
Like
all right, Marv.
Yep. Got it.
He's moving as fast as human fingers can go. All right, here we go. Here's Marv. Cardi B, Zohra Mamdani. Play it for us, Marv.
Man. Can you believe that you got a 34-year-old beard?
We do.
Like, I feel like I'm a kid, and you're like running New York.
I'm right there. Cardi, what do you think about free childcare?
I feel like free childcare is very important. Sometimes us women, we can't really go forward because we don't have nobody to help us take care of our kids.
This fall, we're starting to deliver universal 2K,
Yes.
which is just like pre-K, just like 3K, but 2K for 2-year-olds.
Yes.
Free childcare, 2,000 seats in the fall.
Wow.
And they're going to be seats in the Bronx, starting it up. Shout out to the BX. And enrollment actually starts in June.
Wow.
And we had a question for you.
Yes.
We're going to have a competition to create a jingle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So New Yorkers are going to submit their best jingle.
Oh, wow.
And we wanted to know if you would help judge that competition.
Oh, I will judge it for sure.
Cardi's going to help you.
Yes.
I'm going to be judging it too. Don't worry.
No, the mayor's gonna help you, and I'm gonna judge, and he's the one with the fun. Yeah. Amen. Amen.
Thank you so much.
He's
All
not
right,
the one
so-
with the funds. The taxpayers are the ones with the funds.
Right.
Right.
So the reason they've got to, they're going to charge all these people, right? And the reason the rich people are leaving is because they need like $10 billion. And this is the kind of stuff they're doing. Free childcare for everybody. How do you pay for this stuff? And what do you think about 2-year-olds being in the control of the state?
That's the thing. Leave your kids with this guy.
Can I also point out that he asked her about free childcare when you know she's got a personal nanny? She don't care. That doesn't matter.
She's got
to
a
her.
dozen personal nannies.
And she's like, we women. I'm like, no, you're not the same as these women.
Yeah.
That's like asking, like, the princess or the queen of England. It's like, so, like, what do you think about free childcare? And she's like, I already have it. Like, like,
It's so
here's the
tone
thing.
deaf.
Here's the thing. If you want to pay for childcare for everybody, and that's okay, maybe it's noble. Okay, I don't know that it's noble, but let's pretend it's noble for a minute. Okay, the idea that all women are going to get free childcare for their 2-year-olds. Okay, to do that, you probably need companies like Amazon to be there. So he's simultaneously offering, and this is the communist playbook, right? He's simultaneously offering all of these free things that are extremely expensive, and somebody has to pay for it. That's the rich people, while he drives business and the rich people out of the city. So that's not sustainable. This will collapse, and that's why companies are trying to get out of New York City as fast as they possibly can. Nobody is going to New York. Nobody's trying to get into New York. And well, I'll withhold my comment about why so many people might need childcare, but I'll withhold that for now. But it's not because New York is a great place to be. Hey. All right, panel, what do you think about this idea that you've got media companies, you've got big companies, retailers, Amazon trying to flee out of this place, and at the same time, New York is, trying to provide everything you can imagine for free.
Look, at the end of the day, it is we all needed a stark wake up call and an example of why communism doesn't work, especially in the United States. I just wish we did not have to sacrifice the greatest city in the world for that to happen. But unfortunately, that's apparently what's happening now. Is New York is going to collapse with this guy, and then then everyone's going to point to it as a huge failure, and it's going to be, well, we just didn't try the right kind of communism with him, and then the next person's going to come in.
You can see some of the celebrities that are named in that doxed paper where he's going after his own supporters now. A-list New Yorkers named on Mamdani's potential pied-à-terre tax list include supporters like Cynthia Nixon, Anna Wintour, top of the top celebrities over in New York City. You may not have heard of them, but these are big-time movers and shakers, tech moguls, fashionistas, artists, etc. And it's going to be interesting because this guy's a true believer. They thought they were going to put their own version of communist at the head of New York City. That's not happening. So, Blaine, I'll give you the final word on all of this. It's a sad thing to see New York collapsing, but I think we actually are heading in that direction now. They got a real believer. This guy is not a fake communist, even if everything else about him is fake.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. And it's like I said earlier, it's not a surprise. And I think that these people that, like you said, they think that this is the person that's going to fix something. And we keep seeing the same thing happening over and over and over again, where they think that they've got the right person in there, and then they just destroy it. And so this is going to keep happening until these folks finally learn that this just doesn't work. And maybe it does need to be on a grand spectacle of a city like New York to really prove that this is a mistake and that these things just aren't going to take part in a functioning society in the United States.
Absolutely. Marv, I've sent you a link. We'd like to play one more video if it's okay with you. This one is literally breaking today. A video has resurfaced where Mamdani gives the playbook for how it is that you take over America's second largest media city and destroy it. Mm-hmm. So we'll get that up on the screen, folks, in just a second. And let's see, Marv, do we get that? He's sharing it right now. We'll show you what this is. Yep, here we go. We're ready to go. Here we go, folks. Here is the video with Mamdani.
I think that with the interesting thing about our communities here is I think that minority communities, because we have never...
What is this accent that he's using? All right.
It changes all the time. We've shown this too. He changes his accent all the time. And not like between two of them. Lots of different accents he uses.
Had representation. We are tied much more to identity. White communities, they've had representation forever. And so for them, their tie is a little less identity and a little more ideology. And so what I mean by that is we have a lot of voters here who think of themselves first as progressive voters. Mm-hmm. And so we reach out to them speaking about our platform, our progressive platform. And you're very right that you need someone in the middle to be a validator, someone to tell them to trust us, believe in us. We've had that with Tiffany Caban and Cynthia Nixon. I think that with the...
There you go, folks. It's all about...
Even named Cynthia Nixon, who he just doxed.
And then he doxed her. This is not how he speaks, though, by the way, as mayor. And when he is in the mosque, the video we played with when he's in the mosque, it's a totally different thing. So that's where we are, folks. Actors are getting out of New York City because they put an actor, Mamdani, in, and he's not acting anymore when it comes to communism. Now, folks, we're not big time on doing the politics stuff here, but today is more political than usual because we've got so many stories that are happening that have such an effect on entertainment and everything else. Mamdani is destroying New York. You've got the Ellisons getting ready to leave California. And look, to give us a little sunshine on a day like today, we've got Lorne. How are you, Lorne?
I'm great. Why were you looking at Carol when you said that?
Well, because my image is mirrored and it felt good to Lorne. And also, if I do that, if I do this, Lorne, I'm not really aimed at the mic. It's a bizarre thing.
That's all right. How you doing?
Mr. Sunshine and Lollipops, Lorne Connor.
Lorne Connor.
I'm so bright.
I am a ray of sunshine.
Lorne, Lorne, I'm going to be eating an entire stomach of haggis next week, packing protons and sending money, and you are going to be shaved soon. So
yeah, you know what? Getting shaved's worth it if you have to eat an entire stomach of sheep organs.
That's what I'm going to
do. You go at it, buddy. This feels like karma to me. It's like I've been waiting for this. So
what kind of sauce? What kind of sauce you think goes with an entire stomach of sheep organs?
If I were you, I would get the highest capsaicin-rated hot sauce that you can find.
Just blaze through the taste buds.
Destroy your taste buds so you don't even know what's happening.
Like Mo Zamboni on a chicken tender.
The downside is that there's going to be a side effect that comes later that will be much less pleasant. So you sort of pick your pain and you pick your time frame.
All right, 10-4. Maybe next week I'll eat a ghost pepper too, just so we can. The grift goes on. All right. Something that's not going on and on, though, is Marv, you've got to step away. You've got some news that you've got to cover for TPP as editor-in-chief and as managing editor of Geeks and Gamers. You're a busy, busy guy. Thanks for stopping by, Marv. And without you, we would not have the Paramount story we did this morning. So thank you, Marv.
Oh, thank you guys very much. Appreciate you having me. M4cast AM every morning, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. And new videos out every single day. We are like 30-something subscribers away from 9,000 subscribers right now.
There you go.
Please do. We're rocketing on the way to 10,000. So thank you guys very much.
Sounds good. Later, Marv. Lorne, have you heard that they're bringing back, they're getting rid of Woke 1.0 and bringing Woke 2.0 in? Have you heard about that?
Oh, yeah. We discussed this last night. Yes, it's where we coined the term New Woke.
Oppression getting you down.
New woke is so much better than classic woke. It's all the flavor, but now with more communism. New woke, new soda, new future.
Grab one today and taste the revolution. New woke.
And remember, there's also Woke Zero, in case you need to slip socialism into your next family event.
I love that it's all-American soda and it says Woke Zero below it.
Yeah, it's the only part that I really don't believe about that ad is that she's got a great big American flag on her house behind her.
Oh, no. That's her conservative family. She's sneaking the Woke Zero in.
All
to
right.
their, that's what's going on there. Jonas, would you mind to read the super chats for just a minute, please, sir?
Sure. I mean, no, I would not mind. But I don't know which ones have been read. So let's
how
see.
about this?
Did we talk about
You
Dennis
started.
Rodman getting in the WNBA?
We did.
What about
It's the next one.
Ruffle saying
That's where we
for
start.
$5?
There you go.
Just the way I like to listen to AOC with no volume. Well, she puts a lot of work into her hair, so not too much volume, and it's distracting. Kalioff for $2. Did AOC go to the Kamala School of Laugh? She's not really known for her charming laugh, is she?
No.
Detail Devil for $2. Spider-Man is king, but Feige lets Sony character assassinate Jean Grey. I haven't been on the record on this one, but if they start out with all of these children that end up as X-Men being dangerous and then not being dangerous later, it's a good story arc. If it's more of what we've seen in the past from the MCU, where it's like, no, it was okay because feminism or something ridiculous, then no, that's not okay. There's a literal terrorist that Captain America gives a speech about how misunderstood she is in that one where it's not really Captain America. One magical spark for $2. AOC New Woke. It's what we call shape language. I'm not calling it Woke 2.0. I'm just going to call it Woke 2 because that's the most dismissive way you can refer to it. Jappy for 100 Swedish crowns. Okay, I mean this purely as a joke, but the best way of lowering crime rates is not to criminalize things because you see, it's all just white privilege. I'm reminded of Judge Dredd, when they say in order to fix the population problem, we should add the death sentence to lower crimes, and that's one of the ways you know that their society is gone. The Musing Ox for $5. Capitalism has very real failure modes: unchecked greed and corporatism. Sorry, cronyism. Oops, same thing. We need to let people know that socialism is just 2 turned up to 11. Yes, it's the ultimate cronyism. That's what socialism is. So, Detail Double for $2. Woke 1, Escape from New York. Woke 2, Escape from LA. Woke 3, Escape from the USA.
Not if we can stop them.
Yeah. Snarky D gifted 5 WDW Pro memberships and then says for 5, such a ridiculous front and nobody listens to celebrities anymore. Welcome to Seattle. Similar story.
Yeah, well, I'm going to click a button. Lauren's going to disappear. We'll bring him right back. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wait, no, he didn't go away. Sometimes I think I understand what StreamYard's doing, and sometimes I get... Okay,
try and stop me.
Blat.
Detail Double for $2. My city bans new senior home gas for safety induction. That's ridiculous. I think gas is kind of a better way to cook your food.
And seniors do have more gas than most people, and you should not ban seniors.
That's very, very true. For 47 family member for 9, free care will teach socialism, one shared snack pile. Did we talk about the fact that moving the pre-K earlier by 2 years, that's just more government indoctrination?
Yeah, that's why they want it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, that was one of the things that Biden was pushing for, and I don't think anybody really went for it other than the people that they forced into a 2-income family situation. So it just creates more and more dependency on the government.
Well, let's think about that for a minute. Okay, we should have said this during the segment. New York could pay, because gosh, I mean, free childcare for 2-year-olds is crazy expensive. I mean, it's at least like $10,000 to $20,000 for a single child.
Not if it's completely mediocre.
Okay, yeah. But let's say this: if we had the options of, okay, we can do $10,000 to $20,000 to get our youth, like 13, 14, 15 apprenticeships to learn how to use money, and we're going to teach them how to be financially responsible. And we're going to put them with really good organizations that will teach them to be good citizens. Or we can teach 2-year-olds for free. Which one are we going to do?
Well,
teach the 2-year-olds.
Their version of really
Miss Rachel
is also incredibly subjective.
Miss Rachel.
Yeah.
Hi, Mayor Mamdani loves you. Do you have a mommy and daddy? Oh, we call them the state. That's right.
I think we should just go back to parents being able, and like when I say able, like actually able to take care of their kids. Because like, the whole reason that they have to look at childcare and all of this is because they're in a situation where they can't be home. So like, I think we should fix it a different way. But
Right.
maybe I'm dumb. I don't know.
The only time that you see them actually start to get near the truth in this is when they talk about the importance of parental leave and how good it is for the child, for the parents to be at home with the child in the first part of their life. And I'm like, you idiots are so close on this argument right here. You're so close to the truth, but instead they tie it to some kind of social program or tying the hands of business instead of saying, no, having a parent at home is actually really good for your children.
Well, and by the way, that this is not what they believe, because in the contract negotiations they're doing with Disneyland right now, they are crushing the desire for parental leave. Disney is like refusing to give parental leave to their cast members at Disneyland. So they don't believe this stuff. They don't believe this stuff. Only when it gives them a bigger government. That's when they love it.
I know when my dad, just throwing my 2 cents out there, but I know when my dad was raising me, which a single father in the 80s was like completely unheard of, right? Mm-hmm. But when my dad raised me, he didn't put me in childcare. He took me to work. He had a baby pen and I was sitting in there, and then like it was him and the other guys in the squadron that were like taking care of me. Like he was not leaving me in the hands of somebody that was not, him or somebody that he knew like that. So I'm biased. Like I think I came out okay, but
I think so too. Black Glove Bricks, member for 2. Lauren is here. That's all that matters now. That's right. You're safe because
Lauren is love. Love is Lauren.
I also see him asking if I have ever used a spork to eat my darn chicken. Why would I use a spork? Why would I let anything get in between me and using my hands to rip apart their bodies and consume them?
It's okay, Lauren. It's okay. He was just curious.
Man, what did chickens do to you? Arthur Merchant for 5. A lot of DSA supporters leave once they realize they'll suffer too. It's always, but not us, right? What do you mean us too? Yeah. The pigs are walking.
I just don't want to bail them out. I just dread bailing them out for this. It's gonna be a lot of money to bail them out.
Yep.
All right, Jonas, you got to step out, I believe, as we get ready to do the final story. I want to thank you, Jonas, for being here today.
Hey, no problem. And sorry that I even had to step out for what I did.
Listen, we're covering all kinds of breaking news and moving stuff behind the scenes. Marv had to jump out because there's breaking news. So this is the act of covering what's happening and staying on the forefront of entertainment.
It's me. I'm breaking news. That's how we started this.
Yeah.
Carol, we talked about this. She's breaking news. And Jonas is smoke bomb.
Smoke bomb.
That's right. He's so proud of himself. All right, folks. Final story today. The media says Disney finally fixed Star Wars. No, really.
The shadow grows. We must act. The enemy has found the roost. Our arrows are ready, but we need a plan. Then we fly to Mordor. Flock for the plan. By the lines of roost. Take that, you brave. What have they done?
It's unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. The media goes weirder than ever before. And this one takes the cake. The media declares Disney has finally made Star Wars better than it was before with George Lucas. I have no idea how after The Mandalorian flopped the way it did, they're going to try to do this. But get ready.
By not making any more films. That's how. They're like, we're going to stop.
Yeah.
Right. Total collapse. That's better. Nathan Johnson writing this for The Direct. Nathan, I'm so sorry. Nathan, let me just apologize right now. We are so sorry for what's about to happen. 14 years later, Disney just did to Star Wars what George Lucas never could. It has taken 14 years and dozens of projects, but Disney finally made Star Wars better than George Lucas. Since Disney acquired Lucasfilm in 2012, many fans agree that the company has not been able to quite capture the essence of Star Wars better than the creator of the franchise himself, George Lucas.
Yeah, they've missed the mark by just a little bit.
Just a wee bit. Disney has produced some extremely successful and objectively good pieces of Star Wars media since 2015. The Force Awakens is the highest grossing movie at the domestic box office of all time. The Mandalorian helped launch Disney Plus, made the streaming service what it is today. Andor has been praised by both critics and fans as one of the greatest stories ever told. Star Wars has been one of modern storytelling's juggernauts since George Lucas created the franchise in 1977 with a film that at the time was simply called Star Wars. You know it now as A New Hope. A lot of fans have mixed opinions about the direction Disney has taken the universe, but every now and then, pretty much everyone agrees that a project is great. In some cases, nearly everyone agrees that it's not so great. Rise of Skywalker. Okay, well, at least we're in some degree of sanity here. Star Wars would not be where it is today without the story of Anakin Skywalker. Lucas spent 3 feature films telling the story of that character's fall to the dark side of the Force, then 3 more movies exploring his redemption. Between all of that, more media such as the animated 7-season Clone Wars series added even more layers to the overall story. However, Disney has finally created its own story that didn't just rival the rise, fall, and redemption of Anakin Skywalker. It surpassed it. And it goes on to say, Lauren, that Maul Shadowlord has catapulted Star Wars into a new era of excellence. Finally, Anakin makes sense. George Lucas has been defeated. Wait a minute, Lauren, you don't seem to agree with what they're saying here. You think that Anakin was explained pretty darn well in the first, 6 movies?
So I think my opinion on Shadowlord was a little different than the community's. I was completely bored by it, and I think generally people liked it, but better than Lucas? This is more than a stretch. Who wrote this piece of garbage?
I'm not going to say the name again. We apologized already, Lauren. I don't want to rip this person to shreds.
I do.
It's on the Direct.
This is beyond a shill. This is somebody who is completely compromised and being paid for this opinion. This is not a real opinion. This is propaganda. It's garbage.
When we look at this picture, you're saying this picture does not represent something better than the original 6 films. This picture does not represent that.
Let's say that I took this argument at its face value. Let's say that I believed the author actually believed what they're saying here, which I do
Look at
not.
this. Look at this, Lord. How can you disagree?
Let us suppose somebody had never watched anything Star Wars ever before, but they see this series and begin watching it. Without the context of what Star Wars is, does anybody care? If the answer is no, then it cannot be better than the source material.
Now, wait a minute. It says in just 10 episodes, 25 minutes each.
Only 2 of which had anything exciting going on whatsoever.
Is it Devon? Is that the name of this person?
Yes.
How far Star Wars has fallen that we're now just naming people Devon. Haven't had a name this boring since Luke. Devon went from a full Jedi to fully embracing the dark side, and everything was organic and made complete sense. It took 3 feature films and a 7-season TV show to fully justify Anakin's turn and make it believable. So there's your explanation, Lauren. That's why it's better. Because
Yep. This guy, telling
All right,
you what,
hang
this
on.
person's got some wrinkles on their brain.
Nathan Johnson.
Nathan Johnson is a shill.
Oh, no.
Nathan Johnson is a moron. Nathan Johnson is not somebody of taste that I would be willing to listen to about anything.
Oh.
Nathan Johnson likely likes polka music.
Oh, no, he went there.
Why do you have to go after polka music?
I'm just saying, this is a person that would show up at a funeral and play something completely inappropriate. This is somebody who probably has his alarm clock set to play bagpipe music at maximum volume at 5:30 in the morning. This is somebody who you just shouldn't listen to. You should shun them. You should exclude them from your social circles. This is not a smart man. However,
Lauren, what if this person is 18 years old and this is their first job?
I don't care. I don't care. Have integrity. If you want to be a good writer, you want people to pay attention to your opinion, have some freaking integrity.
Integrity Farms, baby. Caro, Lauren is not convinced that Disney's made Star Wars better. He seems to agree with the market about, Mando making less money than Spider-Man Spider-Man made more money than Mando in one day. Seems like Lauren says that's not okay.
I think this is just one of those fun articles that comes out to feed the AI for people who can't, do their own critical thinking and they want the robot to tell them what their thoughts should be. So that's my first thought, because there's no way anybody who actually knows anything about storytelling or Star Wars would actually have this take and still have the ability to process thought of their own.
Caro, this is so great because I've got this on the screen while you're talking and Lauren can't stand it. It's just
this article is actually making me angry. I'm feeling physical processes in my body that are telling me that I should walk away.
Is Devin a girl? Devin's a girl.
Yes, Devin's a girl. Yep.
Devin's story.
Of course it's a girl. She's sorry.
Look at that forehead. Look at that forehead.
I had to censor myself. Well, she's a Twi'lek. She can't help her forehead. They all
Right.
are like that. But I mean, she's ugly. So
Devin's story is not unlike Anakin's. In fact, when compared side by side, they're extremely similar. Obviously, Devin isn't the chosen one, and the fate of the galaxy doesn't rest in her hands, at least not yet. But a lot of the layers Anakin has are a lot of the same layers that Devin has.
oh wow, let's just water it down and make it a chick. Let's go. It's
Well, I mean, the Acolyte didn't work, so let's do another one. Right. Lauren, you're kind of being a jerk right now. Lauren's being a jerk. You just mean, Lauren.
I'm being truthful. It's look, I will give them one bit of credit for this series.
Just one.
There were 2 episodes that were somewhat sort of interesting, and the one interesting part was actually how Maul tried to turn Devin in the beginning. He has a conversation with her that is nuanced and clever and very Sith-like. That was the one moment that I was excited for anything happening in this series, and the rest of the time I was bored. I was bored watching a Star Wars series with Darth Maul and lightsabers and all kinds of battles, and when Darth Vader showed up, I didn't care. I was bored. I wanted to turn it off. The only reason I watched this stupid show is because Marvin made me watch this stupid show. And now I got this jackhandle telling me that this is the best thing since George Lucas, you moron. You insufferable twit. No, it's not the best thing since George Lucas, Nathan. Watch something of some value, gain some credibility, write something true and honest and good, and gain an audience organically instead of paying people to read your crap.
Derek Anderson, look out.
I'm sorry, Lauren. I didn't know your game.
Yeah, he's spitting razors. Yeah. Blade soup this morning. Blaine, the Mandalorian Grogu is not evidence that Lucasfilm has any idea what they're doing. Criticalist has this rated at a 42%.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say Star Wars is not in a good place, and I'm going to say that I don't see any evidence that they've made it better than what George Lucas had done. And there were plenty of fair criticisms about George Lucas back when he gave up Star Wars. People were excited about Disney coming in, but KK dissuaded them of that by The Last Jedi.
Yeah, there's no, I mean, I think the only thing, and I don't even think it can save Star Wars, but the only thing even promising for Star Wars is the fact that they have something teed up with Ryan Gosling. Like, that is the only thing, because we know that the dude puts in work. But I think if we don't see a success out of the Ryan Gosling movie, we might be done with Star Wars in general going forward. Definitely Star Wars Mall is not going to be what saved it. No one's talking about it. No, this dude is trying to make something happen that's not ever going to happen. It's not a thing. It's not in the cultural zeitgeist. Nobody even cares about Star Wars anymore. That's how much they have assassinated this brand, that they can put out a Star Wars movie in theaters and no one goes to see it. That's insane. The only thing keeping that other movie alive will be Ryan Gosling, and he is the reason that people are going to see it, not even the Star Wars factor. So even if that movie succeeds, the problem is going to be that they're also probably going to learn the wrong lesson and think that Star Wars is back when it was just kind of saved by Ryan. This is not good.
I would like to apologize to Lauren. Lauren, I brought you in for a Star Wars story. I didn't tell you what the story was going to be.
You didn't tell me you were going to make me mad. It's like I got work to do this afternoon. I'm going to have to walk away and calm down.
Just eat some chicken. It'll be fine.
That's right.
I made chicken this morning. I have chicken waiting for me in the kitchen right now. It's on a wire rack waiting to be consumed.
Then you'll be fine. You'll just go in and angrily eat it, and then it will calm you down. Things will be fine.
That's what it's going to sound like in the Lauren household. Lauren, one last quote from it, if it's okay.
Oh, by all means.
It is also worth noting that both Anakin and Devon were essentially, just name him Bob at this point, were essentially failed by the Jedi Order despite having extremely strong Jedi Masters who really cared for them. Obi-Wan Kenobi was like a brother to Anakin, and he did so much to help Anakin, as well as make sure he was prepared as possible for everything he would face as a Jedi. So, yeah, who trains Devon, Lauren?
I can't remember the Jedi Master's name.
Seems right.
He was the president in 24 and then sold insurance for a while.
Geico.
No, not Geico.
Jedi Master Geico.
But yeah, it's great voice. Has a fantastic voice. But, you know, if I can't remember the name of the Jedi Master, then it's probably not on the same level of George Lucas. It's like, this is... And also, I would argue, how did the Order prepare Devon for everything? Really, Order 66 happened and the Jedi went, you know, you would think after millennia of preparing for a threat like the Sith, two of these guys show up and the Order completely breaks their britches. You know, she didn't stand a chance against what happened. The smartest thing that she could do is just go and lead a normal life. But no, she can't do that. She's got all these anger issues that mean she's just like Anakin. This moron, this twit, this... I am...
Why did you do this to Lauren? Lauren, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Can I tell you what it's like?
They're doing another season of this. There were already 10 episodes of this garbage. There were already 10 episodes, only 2 of which were worth any time at all. This is madness. This is...
Lauren, can I tell you? Every time one of these articles comes out where it says, you know, Disney's done it. Star Wars is the greatest now. It's in the best place it's ever been. It's kind of like when you walk into a really, really crappy fast food joint and it has world's best coffee up on the wall. That's kind of what it's like. You just got to let it roll. Like a duck in water. Lauren's got to roll off of you. You can't let it get to you this way, buddy. No, I'm worried about you.
He's gritting his teeth.
Worry about Nathan. Worry about that guy.
All right, not going to contact the authorities about this one, eh? All right, we've got Archer Merchant out there for 5. The Master Services contract negotiations at Diz that I helped with 2 years ago are also set to start again in 7 months. Several thousand cast members. And I bet they're not getting parental leave either. But the House of Mouse, definitely virtue signals. Definitely, they are beacons of virtue and justice. Who we got to say thank you to again, $5. Haggis is usually consumed with a whiskey gravy. Traditionally, at least. Well, I could go for the whiskey gravy, let me tell you.
Yeah.
I'm convinced, though, that Scotland, like you talk about the history of Italy and how they came up with all these pastas, and you talk about France and, where did French cuisine come from? I think Lauren's right. Scotland is essentially just like every food item is a dare. Like it was just a dare of would you eat that? That became the cuisine of Scotland.
Yeah.
Detail Devil for $1.99. Magnetic induction looks like gas tops old electric. I'll dang it, I tell you what, I bet it's not as good as cold, wait a minute, clear burning propane. And accessories. Daisy Clementine 2026 drops 2 jewels for a 100 emoji. Thank you so much. O2RR, good to see you back out there for $4.99. Sadly, many of these people don't know that a government that's big enough to give you everything you want is also big enough to take everything away you have. Now that's a great quote. Put that on the wall. Right besides World's Best Coffee. The first Dragon Queen for 2, they wrote garbage, and it's not better than Lucas. Lauren seems to disagree. He loves it. Black Fatigue 707 has dropped 680 jewels for a little nappy poo. Little nappy poo. And finally, we've got Teddy D, also known as Fitty today, for $4.99. Lauren, you just crossed a line. Bashing polka. I can't believe you don't like polka.
There's a time and a place for polka.
Yeah, the widely loved genre of polka that everyone loves so much.
Where is that time and place? I don't recall it in the Beatitudes.
Oktoberfest.
Okay, that's the one and only. Okay, your pumpkin, your beer, your polka. Flying Blind on a Rocket Psycho for $1.99. Chicken Run 2. The Lorne Ocalypse. And that's not a bad idea. We could do Chicken Run, the little claymation things with Lorne as the next one. Let me make a note of that. That's not bad. Chicken Run, parody, Lorne Ocalypse. All right. Right after he gets shaved. Blah, 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 blah. Member for 11 months. Wow, Lorne. How do you really feel, though? Don't hold back now.
Maul Shadow Lord was the equivalent of oatmeal. It's like if you're going to make this argument that somehow this is better than Lucas stuff, at least make it about something interesting, not something that is so dreadfully boring that I'm a Star Wars fan. It literally put me to sleep on the couch. I fell asleep watching it. That's how bored I was with this stupid show.
Just an old grouchy white male who eats chicken. You can't identify with Devin. That's the problem here. You're an oppressor class, especially to poultry. We got Jaren Night Shadow for $4.99. Delicious food that becomes fecal matter cannot be improved upon. I think that's all food that you eat. Sorry to say. Until the sequel trilogy is decanonized and disavowed, it will remain said fecal matter. Folks, for those of you who may not be as learned as some, we're talking about do. Black Glove Bricks for $1.99. Power to the Niners. Lorne. He's our man. If he can't do it, nobody. Joppy for 100 crowns. Okay. I'll be honest. I didn't even know there was a prequel made for Maul. This is genuinely the first time I heard about it. Did they slash the marketing team's budget or something? That's a cheapo Disney Plus show. They didn't care.
It's not really a prequel. It's actually an interquel. You're in this weird place where it's after the Clone Wars, but before Rebels. So that's where you're at.
And there you be. Black Glove Bricks for $1.99. This is the Lorne we need. And then for some reason sends you a shrimp.
Thank you.
You don't eat shrimp, do you, Lorne?
I do eat shrimp. Some of the seafood I actually do eat.
Chicken of the sea?
That's exactly right.
Thank you, Jessica. Archer Merchant for $5. I told the Maul actor, Sam Witwer, when I met him do Force Unleashed with Sydney Sweeney next. True story, met him at a Wrath of Khan screening lobby.
Somebody had once asked me, actually, what do I think about Sam Witwer in the fandom? And I think he's actually great. He's very deep into the lore. He knows what makes Star Wars work. He cares about the property. He's one of the few people that corrected Dave Filoni and was accurate in his correction. So I'd actually be leaning on that guy a little bit harder.
Lauren, before we go to this next one, I just want to let you know that I'm going to full screen you for a minute. Okay, is that all right with you?
Go ahead.
My favorite color is light tan. My favorite animal is puppies. I like serving the Lord, hiking, play volleyball.
You gotta be kidding me. Everything you just said is my favorite thing to do every day.
Black Glove Bricks from $1.99. Power of the Niners. Lauren has the most beautiful eyes on earth. Lauren, could we remove the glasses for a minute and just give the folks what they need? Wow. Stunning and brave. Black Glove Bricks, if you are a woman, we may need to arrange, who knows? Oh, no, I'm just... Look at Lauren's eyebrows popping up there. Whoa. All right, folks, we got to go. It's been a great show, and we appreciate everybody being there out there. We're going to be playing some more of that new woke because you helped us hit the Super Chat goal. But before we go, Carol Brown, please tell the folks out there where you can be found and what you're up to these days.
You can find me on the interwebs. I have a website. It is carolbrown.com. All my books are on there. Oh, look, there it is. This is it. I made this. Isn't it beautiful? And then outside of that, you can usually find me getting into some kind of fight on X because I'm not as passionate as Lauren is on the camera, but I can be in text. And I think that's all I've got going on. So yeah, I'm your typical keyboard warrior. Thank you for having me. I enjoyed today's discussions.
And she definitely does not have carpal tunnel syndrome based on her furious text message. She's like those inflatable flailing tube men, but she's on the keyboard.
Well, yeah, because I usually like text,
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's not as fun.
I know.
Okay. Blaine, you got this website that's causing the mainstream to go insane. Tell the folks out there what you got.
That's right. Yeah. If you didn't know, I am the owner, CEO, I guess, creator, whatever you want to consider me, of Criticalist.com. Go on there. We're an app. So we're on Android and Apple as well, but then a website. If you are sick of Rotten Tomatoes and all of the crap that they have been peddling for quite some time and just the mainstream in general, Criticalist is your alternative, but with a social twist to it. A lot of people from this community are on it, and this is a self-funded kind of a machine that we have created here. We are growing quickly, and people are loving it. And if you're sick of all the other social media places as well and just want to talk entertainment and stuff, this is a place to be. So go drop your reviews for whatever you're watching, movies, TV shows, all of that, and then you can stay and hang around and meet friends in an old school atmosphere, kind of like MySpace. So do that, and then the other thing that I don't shout out a whole lot is we do have a channel, Criticalist Cast, and we do a live show every Thursday night. So we'll actually be talking about the OG Ghost Rider film this week. We'll be reviewing that, and we do a lot of critic-hated movies. So we'll be doing that on our channel on Criticalist Cast. But yeah, do all that. Check out all of the things Criticalist, and we would love the support.
Awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be back again. More content on the way, so don't fret. Not yet, but the Pro Channel continues on. That Gameplays, we've got a live stream tonight with me and Will Ton. Come check it out. We'd love to have you there. And folks, until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and stay away from that new woke stuff.
This is my carol song. It is 8 seconds long. Oppression getting you down.
New woke is so much better than classic woke. It's all the flavor, but now with more communism. New woke, new soda, new future.
Grab one today and taste the revolution. New woke.
And remember, there's also Woke Zero, in case you need to slip socialism into your next family event.
Commander Cody, the time has come, homie. Execute Order 66. I'm still alive, motherfucker. Riding in the gunship, me and my squad. Thought we was day ones, now they're coming in too hot. I deflected every blaster just to keep
woke is so much better than classic woke. It's all the flavor, but now with more communism. New woke, new soda, new future.
Grab one today and taste the revolution. New woke.
And remember, there's also woke zero in case